What's good, everyone? We're back.
Hello, hello.
What's goody?
Was Giddy Disrespected Podcast, episode 12, titled "Was It Worth the Wait?" And before we get into introductions, though, I want to do a little, shout outs to Paul Haddon. He was the original voice actor of Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. Shout outs to, and he passed away earlier this month. And I guess when you put on us now, voice actor of cancer from Resident Evil 2. Shout outs to, and he passed away. I guess when you put on us now, Resident Evil 2 is like one of my favorite games of all time. Shout outs to, and he passed away. When I found out I guess when you put on us now, Resident Evil 2 is like one of my favorite games of all time. And when I found out Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games. He's one of my favorite video game characters of all time, next to Link. It did hurt. I never thought, a voice actor for like a video game character would get me sad. But, I grew up with Resident Evil 2. Okay? He was amazing Leon. He's a great voice actor. He will always be the original Leon. And I just want to say rest in peace to you. And just thanks for all the memories. That's it. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Voice acting is how you get into a game, It's how you emotionalize with the characters, so absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks.
If that wasn't enough, we also lost the voice actor who was the original voice of Peppy Hare from Star Fox 2.
That's true. Yeah.
Just like two amazing voice actors from the fifth generation of gaming.
We also lost a Japanese voice actor who did like Axel.
Yeah,
Axel. He did Reno in the recent Final Fantasy.
That really hurt, bro.
He did a lot of big anime. I think he did. I'm not into Hunter x Hunter, but I know he voiced someone for Hunter x Hunter. That was, I guess, one of the bigger characters in Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. He passed away, so rest in peace to those guys. Rest in peace to Paul Haddon.
Great
you'll be missed, man. Thank you for the memories you guys gave us. And with that being said, appreciate you guys coming through. Shout outs to the 13 viewers. We got a special guest.
Oh, thanks for coming, guys.
And we're gonna have him introduce himself right now. Paul, what's up, man? What you been playing lately?
Y'all are too kind. Yeah, my name is Paul Duran. I've known Silu and Jay for a while. Known Shark for a little while as well. Yeah, thank you all for having me on. I've been playing a shit ton of Final Fantasy VII. Because you mentioned that Resident Evil 2 is one of your favorite games growing up. Final Fantasy VII was probably my favorite game growing up. So you can imagine how much fun the remake's been. So I've been playing that. And then Smash, as always. But yeah, that's been just a lot of fun. And then I guess one of the main things we'll talk about, as you said in the topic title, was it worth the wait? So yeah, that's basically what I've been playing, and I'm a streamer, I guess, in the same community as Jay and Silu and Shark. And again, thank you very much for having me on. It's gonna be a blast.
Right. Yeah, appreciate you coming through. Definitely appreciate you coming through. Richard, what's up?
Hey, I'm Richard, and much like Paul said, I've been playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a good debate.
Don't send me hate mail. It's a joke. I do like the game. I'll talk about it more when we talk about it, but that's pretty much been it.
Okay.
Tyner, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? This is Tyner, aka Mad NES. I have not been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I wanted to get a copy, but my local Target was out, unfortunately. But if you guys caught my wreck of a stream the other night, I actually did start Persona 5 Royal. Like, I'm new to the Persona series. I had some trouble if you guys caught the stream. I may not stream the game again, but I'm going to continue on with it for sure. I've also been streaming Mega Man 9. That's been fun, and I also was playing some Pokken Tournament right before the stream, and that's roughly about it.
Cool. Cluis, Mr. Fighting Game Extraordinaire himself. What's good, fam?
What's goody, bro? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cluis. Welcome, Paul. We'll have you on. Glad to have you on as a guest. Definitely won't be the last time.
No, thanks.
I recently, the regular Smash, but I've also been playing One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 as well. Still doing some stuff on my Three Houses Golden Deer run. I recently hit 2 accolades. We won week 5 of the USL, so Clue Crew went out at 4-1 for the season, going into
Congrats.
the playoffs.
Nice. Good job, man.
Congrats.
And just hit 500 followers on
Woo!
Twitch.
Yeah,
Congrats.
500, bro.
Congrats.
Holy shit, dude.
You're gonna reach
see,
1,000 pretty
And
soon.
CeeLo, I heard you beat someone's ass in week 4, but I forgot who that was.
Was that you? I think that was you, right?
Relax,
Yeah. Damn.
Yosefu and C Stream went crazy within those 2 weeks, yo. So
Quizzy went on a little bit of a run for us, but yeah, CeeLo took it.
Yeah.
Big props.
Glad. Good shit, man. Congrats on the 500. Hey, send some of that 500 money, man. Hope you get 200, bro.
Yeah, me
Hey,
too, bro.
all of us, bro.
Send me roughly 21 of those guys. Seriously.
You know, I'm trying to get the whole circle up there, bro. You know,
When I get my
for
PC, my subs will go up, bro. Trust me. And I'm doing this for fun too. But hey, Jay, what's good, fam? What you been playing?
What's up, man? I'm Triforce J, bro. I also been playing Final Fantasy VII, bro. I haven't played the original. You know, we're gonna talk about it. So my perspective is coming from somebody who never played the game.
Which we needed.
Yep. Also been playing Smash Bros. You know, Splatoon 2, Warzone. Yeah. You know, just the normal games we play at the squad.
Hey, bro, Warzone lit, bro. You know Warzone.
It is. Just the normal games we play with the squad, bro. That's about it.
You want to know what's not lit? This freaking gameplay by Gabe, bro. He's getting his ass whooped, bro.
Hey, well, shout out to everyone who submitted gameplay.
The sad
Shout out
part
to
is those are
Will for hosting.
computers.
Look at you losing, bro. You
All right,
losing
but-
to bots out here, bro.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Man, bro, you trash, bro. Thank you for the gameplay, but you trash, bro.
Mano, what's up?
Hey, what's goody? My name's George, and I've been playing 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors recently.
Mm.
And
That
I've
shit
also
is lit.
and I've also been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like Jay, I never played the original, just a little bit of the original, but like Jay said, bro. Now that I've beaten this, I kind of want to go back and play the original. You know what I mean? Just find out what they changed, bro, so I can be mad with everybody else.
Played the original?
I played a little bit of the original. I played a little bit, but I didn't beat it.
You should play Crisis Core too.
Oh, then I'd be really mad. Then I would be really mad.
Hey, Clueless, I need you
PSP to play Crisis Core.
before we move on to William, real quick, Clueless. I need you to play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes, you should.
I need to see your thoughts on something that happens
All
in the
right,
game.
all
But
right.
that's all
Oh,
I'm saying.
God.
No, like you need to play.
God.
You need to play it ASAP. I need to see what you think
All
about
right,
it because
I got you, bro.
okay.
I'll do what I can, you know.
Will, hey, shout outs to Will. He's hosting the stream tonight. Like he's streaming it through his his PC. What's good, man?
Hey,
good,
thank
fam.
you for having me on here. I'm WingGamer55.
You're a
and-
permanent member. You don't gotta say that.
Thanks for having me.
But go ahead. What you been playing, fam? Go ahead.
Well, fuck your thank you then, I guess. And yeah,
We're
I've been playing
joking.
Call of Duty. I've been on Smash Brothers. I played a little bit of Battlefront, and I've been sucking college's dick.
You've been sucking college's dick.
Yep.
It's, that sucks.
Also,
All
no,
right,
wait,
and
correction,
click.
I also play Halo Reach with Supa. the other day.
Yeah, I mean, online
It's a piece
classes
of
suck,
Halo.
bro. It
Mhm.
definitely sucks. I agree with you on that. I've done it before. But what's good, everyone? My name's Alton. Like half of the podcast, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I've also been playing Persona 5 Royal. All I'm gonna say is Persona 5 Royal absolutely shits on Final Fantasy VII Remake. But we'll get more into that later. So
He's not
that-
wrong.
Damn.
but
Paul's like, I'm never coming back now. Bro.
hey! We go. We're gonna save that topic for the middle.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into our first. We're getting into our first topic, and I mean we talked about it last week actually,
What up?
and it's pretty much came out and been confirmed that Resident Evil 4 is the game Capcom is remaking. And
I knew it.
And while I'm excited, I'm
Mhm.
also mixed on it too. Like, actually, surprisingly, a lot of other fans are. You
Mhm.
know, everyone knows Resident Evil 4 is widely regarded as probably one of the top 15 games of all time. If you see lists from like magazines, when magazines was out back in the days, Resident Evil 4 was always in the top 10. You know what I mean? So that's some big shoes to fill. But I also think that Resident Evil 4 is actually still modern to a point where it doesn't need a remake.
I kind of agree with that, honestly.
So I want to ask you guys this. Do you think Resident Evil 4 remake is a good idea? A cash grab from Capcom. And whoever wants to start, go ahead.
Like, one, you all know that we want a Code Veronica. Come on, guys.
God.
You know,
I want Code Veronica first before 4.
Bro.
Yes, exactly. I love
Yes.
4 more, but I want Code Veronica because I think Code Veronica story is crazy. But go ahead, keep going.
But also, we talked about this well, not during the podcast, but we talked about this last week when we were in VC. We're like, Resident Evil 4, if they're going to do a remake, are they going to actually make it survival horror again, or are they going down the action sequence?
And that's the thing people are saying. Even I think about this too now. So, you know, the people who are taking over for, you know, developing this game, now it's in full production. It's been in production since 2018 though, from what I heard. But now it's like greenlit. Everyone's on it now. Since Resident Evil 3 is wrapped up, they closed down developing Resident Evil 3. It's RE4 time. The same company that made RE3 is making our remake. They cut a lot of content from Resident Evil 3. Clock Tower and everything. So people are saying, what are they going to do with 4? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
4, well, I love 4 a lot. 4 is kind of, you know, the game or the series kind of takes its downfall right after 4. We got 5 and 6. And it also came kind of like wacky and like silly. With this remake, are they going to go the more serious route? Or are they going to keep that? Are they going to do like a balance between like it being still kind of funny but badass? You know what I mean? Like what route are they going to take with this game? That's how I see it. It's like, are they going to go the more serious route? Or are they going to just make it a copy for copy? Or are they going to take out stuff? How are they going to do Salazar? How are they going to do, you know, the fucking, what's his name? Mendez, the chief villager.
Yeah.
Are they going to cut all the chainsaw guys out? Or they just make it a boss? You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about what they're going to do with this game.
Just get rid of Ashley completely.
Are they going to
Come up with another reason as to why Leon's over there, bro.
You say that, Clueless, but I can see them making Ashley more like Ellie from Last of Us.
Give Ashley a more prominent role, bro.
Yeah, I could totally see them doing that.
So
they will not have Ashley outshining Leon,
bro. You'll
not
see
gonna happen,
Capcom,
bro.
Capcom's listening right now. Bet, bro.
They might.
But I
They
also
listen,
heard, I mean, before I let you guys go, sorry, I know I'm a huge RE guy, but like I also heard that they're paying close attention to the feedback of Resident Evil 3 and what people did like and what people didn't like about Resident Evil 3. And also
was not worth $60.
No,
Damn,
the good game.
Yeah, the
good game.
biggest
Hey,
thing.
if y'all remember, Clues tried to argue with me about that shit 2 weeks ago.
What happened?
About the game being worth $60. Now you over here backtracking.
I mean, that's why
Isn't
they
that
packaged
just-
it. That's why they packaged
Isn't
it
that
with
just-
Resistance. So I mean, it's pretty much 2 games with 1. Even as a big RE fan, I really enjoyed it. I give it 8 out of 10. But yes, it definitely falls short from the original, and
But-
it definitely
Yeah, but
falls
isn't
short
like the
of
major,
RE2
the
remake.
only.
Get rid
Isn't
of
like the only-
mercenaries and put in resistance. Like how? Why? Why? I'm not saying resistance is bad, but
It just
why
seems weird.
couldn't
Yeah.
why couldn't mercenaries be part of it as well?
I mean, Resident Evil 3 started Mercenaries.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Everybody
Mercenaries.
loved mercenaries.
So
That, it was
kinda
in
like,
every subsequent game.
Yeah.
So like,
Mm.
whatever.
So I mean, if anyone else wants to go on their thoughts about this,
I
Well,
think when you,
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Paul. Go ahead.
No,
Paul.
go ahead,
You're the
Paul.
guest. Go ahead. Speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you look at a remake, especially when you're looking at it from the standpoint of artistry, are you taking the spirit of the original IP, intellectual property, and then are you adding on some things that make it just not like a repeat of the original? right?
Mhm.
That's what, for example, what Disney did with The Lion King, and we all know that got mixed reviews with regards to that. With RE3, the biggest issues with RE3's remake was obviously its length. It to me, I mean, I beat it. It felt like DLC almost to me.
Yeah,
You
that's what
took
a lot of
out
people
some,
say.
yeah, you took out some elements of Nemesis. Nemesis didn't feel, especially with how he was in the first. No
OG.
spoilers, obviously. Yeah, the OG Nemesis. You took out some elements of how he felt in the beginning. He didn't feel like as much pressure as he put on you as in the OG RE3, and then it just the length of RE3's remake was just, I thought, didn't really feel like a full game. So if we're talking about the RE4's remake, how would they take the original spirit? Because I believe it's, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I think it's George who said RE4 still feels like a modern game. You know, that's the way that it handled the over the shoulder perspective, the way that it handled the exploration, the way that it changed the whole franchise around and basically put Resident Evil in the modern era. I could see some ways that they could add on to it to make it even more modern, so to speak. But in terms of it being a cash grab and you saying that it would be the same development team handling it as the RE3 remake, I mean, that certainly gives me a bit of pause.
Yeah, that's a little spooky. Like they didn't do a bad job necessarily. They just did, like I said a couple weeks ago. I was like, RE3 is more of a reboot than a remake.
Yeah,
There's something similar about it, but it's almost like a totally different story. You know what is funny? Final Fantasy VII remake is like that too, but we'll get more into that later.
We'll get there,
We'll
baby.
get
We'll
more
get
into
there.
that later.
Yeah.
But I
Get more
mean,
into that
Isn't the main
later.
problem with RE3 is that they pretty much just did the bare minimum for a remake?
Yeah.
They did.
I mean, from what I
kinda
under,
did even less than that because they actually took shit out. It's not like
they
they
took shit out. They took the clock out. They took the clock out.
they did even less than
They
that.
took
bro.
out the
Park,
hotel. They took out the
too.
park.
I want to
took the
see if they
part-
did different development teams for RE3
It's funny though. Capcom actually asked the original director Shinji Mikami if he wanted to take the lead role in the remake, and he declined. But he said he will have his input on it. Like he's gonna go talk to the guys developing, see what ask talk to them, see what he wants. What you want to do, what they should do. Just some new takes on it. You know what I mean? And give them like a little pep talk, basically. Oh, I made this game. Do you guys best. Don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? So
Don't fuck it up, bro.
But I mean, this remake has some big shoes to fill. Like I said, 2 is my favorite, but people people only play 4. Just be honest, bro. Most people, have only played 4. Casual fans, at least, have started with 4 and maybe gone back to the older one. This has some big shoes to fill, man. Like this game is highly reviewed and highly rated. It's the highest selling Resident Evil game of all time. Still, it has some big fucking shoes to fill. And if they cut shit out, man, I don't know. So it's just
so speaking of cutting stuff out, that actually brings up a good point. Like people are the one complaint that I hear about Resident Evil 4 from the small number of detractors I hear online is that it's kicked off the whole actiony feel for Resident Evil, the Resident Evil series. So what I'm wondering is, are they going to try and do things like limited ammo and limited health pickups? Like, would they take out things like the shopkeeper?
I don't know. I think they should keep everything. There's also been apparently there's some rumors that there might take out the case. Well, I don't know how to say it. Is it attaché? Attaché case. They're talking about taking that out. So they're debating. This goes with 8 too. Like they've been talking about keeping it for 8 and 4, the 4 remake, or taking it out and just doing the UI that they had for the remakes. But we'll see what happens.
Right.
But I mean, what did some of you guys? Whoa, what the hell is that?
Anyway,
what about you?
Maybe add more open world or at least more explorational elements, like between Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4. The way that they
could
bridge
be
between that.
I think what they should do, at least, I think RE3 made the action a bit more better than RE2. It was just fast enough. No, because RE2, even like I said, I love RE2, but it can be a little slow at times. I think RE3 remake did it better with the combat, making it a little fast and having still that little horror element to it. You know, so that's scary. It basically it balanced the action with the horror. So with 4, maybe they could do something like that. You know, but 4 was never scary to me, at least to begin with. So it's just like, what are they gonna? You know, like I don't know, man. It's really
also
like,
if they change it like that, like make it scary,
people
that
might
would-
get mad because
they would get mad because that's not the RE4 that they remember.
yeah,
so
see, it's super.
like they might appease like the old school fans that want Resident Evil to be scary. You know what I mean? So
As it
but-
should be.
Yeah, but like Prez was saying, most people started with 4. So all those people are gonna come back to RE4 remake and be like, well, what the fuck? A limited ammo? Like I actually gotta think, bro. I gotta strategize. I can't just run through, bro. You know what I mean? So that might fuck up. I personally think they might treat this as a cash grab, especially if they're gonna give it to the RE3 developer, the RE3 remake.
The guys who develop RE3,
Yeah,
Take Two.
I think this might be a cash grab, bro.
Don't say that, bro.
I hope not, but I just feel like if they're gonna,
It's gonna sell regardless. It's RE4.
oh yeah, it's gonna
You
it's
stamp
gonna
4 on that. Oh,
Yeah.
why is it? You know what I mean? So it's
They just
like,
write remake on the original box, bro. Just
Yeah.
there you go. That's all you guys get, bro.
Jay,
Give
what
it
about
ray
you? Man? What
tracing,
you think
yeah.
about
I
this?
mean,
know
people
you
have
played
bought it on every console.
So
Oh yeah.
me, I don't really care for Resident Evil. You know what I'm saying? But I did play 4. I didn't like 4. If I had to say which one's my favorite out of the series, I have to say the original one that I played on the GameCube.
Hey.
I like
He
the
said 5
GameCube.
the last
I
time.
like
but he
5 too. I like 5 too. But
Who
we
said
talking about
five?
we talking about
It
remakes.
is true. He said 5.
talking about
He said
remakes.
5.
No, we talking about
Talking
remakes.
about Resident Evil as a whole. Resident Evil as a
Yeah,
whole.
In
what is your
general,
favorite
Resident Evil in general.
Oh well, 5 is my favorite. But remakes, I would
Ew.
want them to do.
I can't.
I would want them to do the first one, but that was
Bro,
made
let's be
technically
real.
already, right?
5 is only your favorite because
Sheva.
of your name,
Sheva,
bro.
of course.
That's it.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
4 is a good
That's
multiplayer
okay.
game, though. 5.
So mine
is
go
a good
5.
game to play.
Jay,
Mine
you're
go
good.
5.
Jay, you're
Mine
good.
goes 5 and 1. 5 and 1. Those are my favorite ones.
Well, all right,
Yeah.
that's respectable. I know you don't like.
Number 4, I don't really care for because I don't think I ever played 4. If I
should
did,
play
you know
4.
what I'm saying?
If
I,
I
you
think
know
it's
what,
on,
bro, and I guess
it's on like every
Yeah, I might-
console, like
I
Skyrim.
might buy
at
you a
this
code for
point.
RE4.
pretty
on-
Yeah,
on
I've never
Switch.
played 4.
You never played 4? When it goes on sale, bro, I might get you a code.
So I don't really have.
So you
That's
can
why I
stream
haven't
it.
said anything. I don't really have anything to say on it. Like I know watching you play Resident Evil 3, I wanted to play that. Like I think Resident Evil 3 looked better than 2 in my opinion. The
I
remake.
mean, we're
Well,
still
I
doing
watched-
the giveaway. We gotta get
I
to
watched you
100 subs.
play. I watched you play 2,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay. But when I watched you play 3, I'm like, bro, this looks pretty cool, bro. I can play
Because
3.
3 is more action heavy, so it's obviously I think you would. Oh, he's just blasting fucking his way through.
Yeah. Then I played the
Yeah.
demo, bro. I played the demo, bro, and just having fucking Nemesis just come out of nowhere, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro.
So
So I like Nemesis as a villain. Oh, bro, we lost. I like Nemesis as a villain
Mhm.
because go ahead, say what you gotta say, Prez. I like the movies, bro.
get this man off the podcast.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Jay, do your outro right now, bro.
Paul, do you want to be a permanent member,
Okay,
Paul?
not only did you mention
Yes,
the
what
movie,
do I,
but
what
you
do
said
I,
you
what
like
do I
them?
need to do?
I
regarding
do,
my
bro.
response to
I do like the
Jay's
movies.
There's
comment?
openings in the respected club.
I do like the
I
I have to say the movies because of Miller, because he said 5 because of Shiva.
Shiva, bro. The movies, bro. I like because one of my favorite Resident Evil
So
movies.
as long as
Nemesis.
there's some bitches in it, it's
Facts, bro.
Yes, close, bro.
Facts, bro.
Yes,
Yeah, dude. You fucking simple-minded idiot, bro.
What a
Like-
simp, He's still drunk. Hey, he's still drunk from last night, though. He's still drunk from last night. This fool's still drunk from last night.
Turn up, bro.
Turn up, bro.
I
So,
might even get turned up too, honestly.
William, what about you, bro? I know you're not a big Resident Evil fan, but what do you think about the remake? Do you think Capcom is just using this as a cash grab, or maybe they, maybe they're actually, legit about to put their heart and soul into it? Because they're gonna have to. They're gonna have
They
to.
should.
And
They
they
should.
should.
I mean, they
but
should do that
what
with
do you think?
every single game they make, honestly. But I feel like for this
Yeah.
one, it might
Yeah.
be in between 3 and 2 in terms of remake quality. That's
Mhm.
my feeling.
Man, it's gonna be on the next gen console, bro. That shit going.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
You already,
Hello,
you
that
already
is-
know.
that's
We didn't
so
even think
true.
of that.
That is
Yeah.
true. I didn't
Really,
even think of
really
that.
good.
Hey, bro.
And the art-
Resident Evil 4 about to look like be in
Oh.
4K, bro, and
K?
be 4 hours.
120
4K,
frames.
60.
Before
Ray tracing.
No, to be fair, Resident Evil 4 is about
Forecast.
Resident Evil 4 is about 10 hours. It's about 10 hours, dude.
It's like-
Super Saiyan Nemesis coming in your face in 4K.
Nemesis.
The-
Oh!
The village ends right after you get into that first house, and then
See, that's it,
enter the
Bro,
first
imagine
lobby.
if they split up 4 into 4 parts, cuz.
Don't,
Bro, oh my
Four
don't
games?
listen to George.
But you know what's gonna be crazy
Evil
about that?
remake,
Like,
oh.
bro, like, I think the Los Plagas are gonna look fucking crazy.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
gonna look crazy.
They look
bro,
crazy.
yeah.
Like, and like Salazar, bro. How are they gonna do Salazar? You know, the little midget guy, that fucking the European
I
guy.
hope they get a better
Mr.
voice. for him.
Kennedy. You know what I mean?
Damn, bro, y'all the same height. Prez, calm down, okay?
Hey, I'm
Oh!
Salazar is like fucking 3 foot, bro.
Now, don't
Yeah,
don't
chill.
say that about
I'm
Prez. He's the same size as Will.
Hey, bro, what's your fucking address? Bro? What's all you guys' fucking address?
Alright, no, I'll
What's
give you
the
mine.
name?
But
Hey,
not
bro,
now.
what's
Prez, I
everyone's
think you have
fucking
most
address?
of our
I'm swinging on
addresses,
everything as I pull out, cuz.
Just hear a knock outside the door. He's like, "What's up, you stupid bitch?"
I'm knocking on everyone, so I'm swinging, cuz. I'm swinging, huh?
I'm still swinging, bro.
That's the perfect knock
All right, hey,
sound effect.
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard, what
Yeah.
about you? What you think about what do you think about Resident Evil 3 remake? I know you played 4, right?
Yeah,
I think you were one of the guys who
I
only
played
played 4.
4 too.
I played 4 and a little of 6.
Why, bro?
I did enjoy 4. Except
Mhm.
for what are they? The Regenerators? I hated those guys.
Oh, they're gonna
Oh, they're
gonna
be
yeah.
crazy, bro.
Oh,
That's
I-
gonna be cool,
I
actually. The
hated those
Regenerators,
guys.
dude. Remember those guys with the fucking claws, bro, in the castle, dude?
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
the Los Plagas on their back, bro. The fucking their weak spot.
What I think it's gonna look very nice. It's gonna be a very good looking game,
Facts.
but I don't know.
Do you think it needs to be remade? Do you think it needs to be remade?
I definitely don't think it needs to be.
Hey,
it's available on literally everything.
Bro, he's trying. They're trying to make money.
What's
I know
up,
they're
Beauty
trying to
Big?
make-
How you doing?
Hey,
bro?
what's up, man?
Hey.
Oh, what's up,
Hey,
Hey.
shout outs to Beggy. That's my
Hey.
Resident Evil buddy right there. Shout outs to her from last week, a couple weeks ago on the podcast. We pretty much took the podcast. We talked about Resident Evil. We nerded out to some Resident Evil, and everyone
Yeah,
was
for
making
2
fun of us
hours,
in the chat.
bro.
Yeah, what's
Shout
up,
outs to the
Biggie?
For
homie
2
Becky,
hours,
though.
bro.
That's my girl right there, man. That's my Resident Evil partner. Definitely shout outs to her. But
I don't think it needs to be made. Capcom does not make the smartest decisions when making games. I mean, they made Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite,
Infinite. Oof.
so
Ooh.
so they
Hurts my
don't
feelings
make
so
That was a
much,
big-
dude.
they
It
don't
was
make
supposed
the
to be
best
good.
decisions with their game.
And everyone knows I'm a Capcom show, and we all know Capcom, bro. They make a bunch of good games. They go on a hot streak, and all they need to do is that one fuck up, and then they go on that fucking.
Do you? Wait,
you know
wait,
what I
let me
mean?
ask you this then. Do you think RE3 remake was the first fumble from Capcom? Then
I
Do
don't
you
think here's the thing. I don't think RE3 was a fumble. It was disappointing, but it
Okay.
still sold 2 million in the first week.
Yeah, because
So
from what
that's-
I
that's pretty
understand,
good.
like a lot
From
of
the name
the only
alone.
thing-
It's good
The
for what it
only thing
is.
that-
that
It
is
falls
true.
short of expectations for a lot of people.
okay.
Yeah, the only thing that I heard about that was a disappointment was just the length. Like the actual content in the game, people seem to enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and that
is there
shows
a-
that people wanted more of RE3. You know,
I like
Yeah,
when
exactly.
Nemesis pops up,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
You
true.
know,
Is
really-
there an estimated
The
release
original
year
RE3
for
was
this remake?
better. I'm sorry.
I think the original was better too, but I
Yeah.
do
I mean, yeah,
Like-
yeah, you're
I
right.
do like
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 for
Right.
what it is. So
I mean, graphically,
but-
it looks amazing. Jesus.
yeah, and like I don't know with 4, dude. Like I'm like I'm trying
An
to figure
older
out what
Leon, bro, in
an
4K?
older Leon, but what are they gonna change? Like what are they gonna change with that? Because you know what I mean, like
Hey, bro, fucking
The
let's
weapons.
just make Leon a nigga now, bro. Let's do it.
Just because, bro. Fuck it.
Let's do
You know
it.
what I mean? Like, or are they gonna like get rid of weapons? Are they gonna like, you know
think?
what I mean? Like the fucking what was that one gun? I think it was called the PLR-42. I think it
Yeah.
was called the electric magnetic gun. When you charge up that, bang! Or the mind dart
That
gun.
was awesome.
Well, that's
you know
if.
what I mean, the Chicago typewriter. Are they gonna
Oh, the
like, get rid of
Chicago
that?
typewriter,
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I mean? Are they
Oh
gonna
my
like, the
God.
fucking?
It just broke the game, bro.
I-
You got
Or,
that
you know what I mean?
bitch,
Like,
bro.
you know,
They
if you
should
play
keep that
RE4
optional shit. You know.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I know.
if you
I
play
agree.
RE4 as much as like I have, you know, most of the time when I play, I just buy the RPG before boss and just shoot the RPG right at the boss. And they
So,
just die like
so,
that. So
with this being said, bro, what's the next logical remake then? Is it 5 or is
it's
it?
gotta be Code. It's gotta be Code Veronica.
Do you think they'll go backwards?
We hope it's Code
hope it's
Veronica.
Code Veronica.
I don't.
I personally think it'll be 5.
I don't know.
Bro, they
I hope it's not 5, but I mean,
They might do 5.
might
I'm
do
just
0.
saying because I said
could
they
be
would
0.
do 4 first
They could
before
Might
they
do
Code
0,
Veronica.
bro.
Bro, they gonna skip 5 and go straight to 6, bro.
Oh, why?
Code Veronica.
Can they just skip
no.
4, 5, and 6? We don't want remakes of.
they might as well just do Operation Raccoon City if they're gonna fucking skip 6.
Please. That's
No.
what I'm talking about.
God damn, Raccoon City,
God
Jesus
damn.
Christ!
Also,
I
another
forgot,
thing.
I forgot I played that game. That game's so bad.
Another thing
You're a
I'm kind of
degenerate.
curious.
I'm not surprised.
Another thing.
Resident Evil Gaiden remake.
Ooh.
No.
But another thing I'm
Okay.
curious about is like you know
Hey,
like
Tyner, I'm muting you, bro.
so you know like how you can kick people right and like you can like you know suplex them and stuff like that. Are they gonna get rid of that or are they just gonna make it an action
Oh,
button,
the
like
wrestling
a dodge mechanic
moves,
or the
They're gonna
shoulder
make it
wrap
as worse
from
as
Carlos?
6 to where you're just gonna do everything by meleeing,
Everything.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
do
say
no,
that.
not
Don't
Bro,
no.
They
say
can't
that.
do that, bro.
I'm
You
sorry.
have
I'm sorry.
I-
I know 4 is highly regarded, but 4 was when Resident Evil started to go.
And
down
I
the
agree, but
drain.
I do love.
It's still a
four
good
is
game
my-
though.
It's
It's still
4 is
good.
fantastic for what it
Yeah.
is. Like I
It
said,
ain't
it is a
6.
little cheesy. It got that's when it got super
I mean,
cheesy. You
It
know
led
what I
to
mean?
6. That is true.
Bro,
Sounds like it.
I'm Chris punching a boulder, bro.
Yeah, bro. Chris was
bro,
blasting
if they
boulders,
remake
bro.
5, bro, they're gonna Chris punch a boulder. 5 boulders.
But that's
bro,
what I'm
they're gonna have
saying.
him
Though, like,
punch
is it
5
gonna be like
boulders.
just a straight action button, like,
If they remake
With the
5, I
dodge
don't know what
mechanic?
Jay will do.
or like you know how Carlos?
It's gonna
You know
be
Jay-
more
you
of
know
a-
Jay, Jay will be buying that day
Resident,
one.
I almost guarantee Resident Evil 6 bullshit that they put into 3, that
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 is gonna
Yeah.
be like a glorified movie with all the real time.
I mean, there's obviously gonna be cute.
quick time sequences.
Nah, I don't
that's the
think
thing
so.
though. Are they
I don't
gonna
think so.
are they gonna bring back the QTEs like running away from the boulder?
Oh, they might.
are.
You know,
They
no,
might.
that's
Actually.
gonna
you know,
be
like
very
pulling the
prevalent.
cranks. You know,
They still
doing
put
the
that shit
cranks
in
and
these
stuff like
games
that.
these days.
So I mean,
Also, Leon running away from the big ass boulder, bro.
the
That's
boulders, you know, in the
Yeah.
village and stuff like
Just
that.
mashing your life away, dude.
Like I said, bro, I think it
I
has
mean,
a
if it's
lot
a-
of potential, but at the same time, like I said, it is the team that made 3. So it's just kind of
So-
like,
What would you rather have? Like them make changes to make the game better? We don't know,
I
but
think
or
the
do a
combat-
one-to-one remake.
I don't mind them changing some things up. I don't want them to cut content. That's the one thing I'm worried
Okay.
about.
If
You know,
it's the
don't
B
cut content
team,
out.
it's gonna happen.
And it probably
All
will.
the good parts of the
And
game,
I
bro,
think
it's
the
cut.
combat. I think the combat
It
in
depends on
3.
the changes.
I
Yeah,
think
it depends on the
combat in
changes,
3.
right.
The combat in 3, I think, honestly, is perfect for 4. Like I said, I think what they did for 3, they made the combat just fast enough. To I think that you know,
Hey,
that
look,
can
it's Mercy.
trans-
Resistant.
Hey, bro, shout out to hey,
Resistance.
Valerie. Hey, real quick, shout out to Valerie. She's the best character in that game.
She really in the beta, she was the best. Yeah.
But
Samuel the fucking trash.
like I think the combat in 3 will implement great into 4 remake.
Can Chris have a gorilla costume and growl?
And growl when he's
smacking
smacking the boulder?
Smacking
Oh
the
my fucking god, dude!
It's kind of
Smacking the
sad that
boulder.
like I read it in my mind just like how Biggie talks on her stream.
Bro,
Yeah.
Beggy literally had me saying schmack now, bro. I'll be talking. I'll be
You
on
know,
the phone. I'll be
smack
phone,
him.
bro.
Can you
I'll be on
smack
the
him?
phone talking to my niggas, bro. Blah blah. I'll smack the shit out you, boy.
Oh, bro, what'd you say? Explain.
Anyone want to go? Any last thoughts on it before we move on?
Just hope
Like,
it's
you guys
good.
No, we should move on before we're doing it for 2 hours.
When they announce it, you
Yeah.
know people are going to complain that it doesn't have motion controls.
Oh shit!
No,
I mean,
no.
I hate motion controls.
shit.
I hate motion controls, but the Wii motion controls work really good. For
Fuck
fucking
motion
Resident
controls
Evil.
altogether.
Oh no, I agree.
Bro,
But
does that mean it's gonna be a Nintendo version then, bro?
Sight.
No.
Maybe $10 extra.
Nintendo.
But
Nintendo
it
was
can't even
our
run. It
equipment
can't even run the
else.
original for. On
Damn, I can't even run the original, bro.
It runs at unlocked frame rate. You can't even get it to 60. No, it's
Damn.
true. They couldn't even get to 1080 either.
Yeah, I saw
But
that.
I mean,
Damn,
it's
that's
900.
That's wow. I didn't know
But
that.
Hey,
All right,
just explain yourself, bro.
All right, we're moving on to the next topic, guys. First we'll talk. It's gonna be about PS5. First, we'll talk about the controller. Yeah, a couple weeks ago they revealed the controller. What's it called? The Dual Senses. It's not even called the DualShock 5. It's like the DualSense, right? Is it DualSense 5 or just DualSense? So the PlayStation controller comes out. They should review the PS5 controller.
Ugly ass
Called
controller.
the DualSense. And what do you guys think about that controller before we get into the?
It looked like the
PS5 news?
off-brand. It looked like the off-brand controller that your mom gets you because she don't want to spend all that.
I personally think the controller looks good.
It's ugly. I don't like it.
You don't like it? I think it looks good.
It's ugly.
Maybe it has to be one solid
So are
color,
you,
like
Tyler?
all black or all white.
Damn, he's right. But
Oh my God.
Those are facts, but then
Put it back in the
The
deck,
DualSense.
guys.
So what do you guys think about the controller? I personally think the controller looks good. They need to have it one solid color. They're not that like white and then black on the bottom. It looks.
I
good.
hope
Like
they
that.
have a solid black
Hey,
one.
what the fuck you got
my
against
issue
white
with
and black people, bro?
Oh my goodness, bro.
I'm trying to have a nice conversation.
I'm fairly on racist now.
Looks like some big hero.
I think-
Now we talk
Too
about
much.
racism, bro.
I think
But
two
I-
colors could work. It's just
It has to be
those
the
two-
right colors, or
and the right configuration too. I think they could have done black and white together, but it's just
Tyner, you can't see the controller, bro.
I mean, that is true.
Really
he couldn't see the, he
What-
couldn't see
where
the
are
streets
the
of Young
lies?
and Giant. He couldn't see the streets of Young and Giant, dude. But
God.
but what do you guys think about the controller? I think it looks cool.
I like it.
I like it a lot. I like it's more beefier, which is cool. And, my biggest
Yes.
problem with the
Yes.
DualShock is like I don't like the triggers. I think the triggers are kind of I don't like the control's not good, but it's like the triggers feel weird. And like you can even like just put your control on the couch and then like the triggers are so sensitive.
They look
Like
like
the couch will
Switch,
press L2,
like Switch
R2.
triggers, right? Or
Are
Pro
they-
No,
controller,
they're a
I
little
mean.
different. They're a little
I think
different.
they're gonna
I think
change
they're
like the
Are they digital or
ergonomics.
they
These
of
are,
it.
these are thinner. I have it right here. These are they're thinner.
Yeah.
I think PS4 controllers are better for shooters, in my opinion,
Yeah.
just because of how sensitive the trigger is. But
I think they'll keep those type of triggers, but I like the fact that it does.
it's
look,
more.
it's gonna be
meteor.
more rounded off, so like when
Yeah.
you set it down, you're not
It's-
hitting.
It's
the
not.
more-
Yeah, it's not activating. Right.
It's more quote unquote thick.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like the
Yeah.
fact that there's not a big ass blue bar. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's
True.
but they still have it. They just moved it to a different part of the controller.
Yeah,
and-
but
and-
It's a
light
little bit
there
though.
is
It's a
not-
little
yeah,
bit. So
yeah.
it doesn't.
Isn't
So
there
I
like-
don't think it'll drain the battery as much.
I didn't look too much into like the what it can do, but isn't there like some kind of like sweat
I think
sensing
so.
Yeah,
Like,
Like,
on the
I
controllers?
think it can like detect the sweat on your hands.
Huh.
Hey, bro,
So-
let's
What the
get
That's why
it, bro.
That's why it's
Damn,
it senses
as
it.
soon as Cliff touches it, bro, he's like, "Oh, you sweaty, bro. You hella
Oh, you're a smash sweat and a fighting game.
Sweaty shit, bro.
You're hella sweaty."
You smack.
I
you
can't
smack
wait to
people
play
in fighting
Tekken
games?
on the next
Like, you
on
smacking
the
the shit.
PS5
Next console. They need to do a Tekken Tag Tournament 3, man. I hope they do.
I agree.
Yes,
that'd be
yes.
On-
Yeah.
That'd be a
But,
I
fantastic
still
launch
need to
title.
get Tekken 7. I really want to get that game.
Yeah, but I think the
I-
control looks cool. What about you, Paul?
You
What do
play it
think
if
of
it came on
controller?
the
Have you seen
Switch,
it?
you Switch bitch.
No, I legit don't want.
I mean, again,
yeah,
spot the
console
lies, bro.
10 frames
Right.
per second.
I have a question, and I realize why they're holding information back. It's for a promotional and marketing standpoint. But what is the create button? I realize,
Yes, I was going to say
That's
the same thing.
probably
and the
yeah.
quote is, it simply says, we're once again, I'll put it here. It simply says we're once again pioneering new ways for players to create epic gameplay content to share with the world or just to enjoy for themselves. That could mean that they're just
Overlays.
overlays.
Yeah,
It could mean that they're just
Wasn't it like
putting
the
in
streaming
a different
button?
way of re-sharing, another share button, or it could mean a whole new gateway to content
because it
creation.
doesn't have the share button anymore, right?
No, it doesn't have the share
Yeah.
button
Yeah.
anymore.
So
This
But
is-
that- I
that'll be
think
the share button.
That's the
That's
better
the
share button, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember.
but is
and
this
actually-
a new share button? That's my question.
I think so.
That's what I think so. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty much the same features we have now, but just more of it,
just added.
like
yeah.
and more freedom
Mhm.
Yeah.
to post content.
I think it'll probably be easier too, like to use and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I hope so.
Man,
think-
streaming on consoles are already pretty fucking easy though.
Yeah,
But I think they might add overlays, like let you put an overlay on it. Maybe not your own homemade overlay, but just like they have basic overlays, webcam shit. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe connect to certain services, like I don't know, maybe
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
yeah,
Yeah,
Streamlabs,
that'd be
or
nice.
maybe
something
YouTube.
like that. I don't know.
Make things easier.
I don't know.
It's probably gonna be something to make streaming easier or like just
Right,
recording gameplay easier.
Because everybody don't have a PC, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Very true.
It's nice to see that they're putting a USB-C port on it.
Yeah, that's great.
dope. But
That's
we
actually
need to get rid of
really
micros, dude. I'm sick of
Micro USB's gotta go.
Jeez.
Yeah, micro USB
It's been around for two generations, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, this is one way of transitioning into USB-C. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like haptic feedback, I believe. Also,
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
So how much do you think this controller is gonna be? Like when they
Oh,
sell it,
shit.
when it's sold separately?
$100.
It'll be.
You think it's gonna be
it'll be
100?
over.
It'll be
It'll
like
be over
no.
60 or
It'll be like
I think
60,
70.
65.
I'd say
Yeah, I think
70.
I
Bro,
think
Do
it's
you think it's gonna be
72.
cheaper? Do you think it's gonna be cheaper than the Nintendo Switch Pro controller at 70?
Hell
It'll be
no.
about
I
the
think
same.
it'll be
at or
either
above.
I don't
slight,
think
it'll
so.
be the same price or slightly cheaper.
Yeah.
but not by
Slightly
much.
cheaper.
I'd say at least the same price.
The Pro controller,
Yeah, I'm thinking 70.
and they charging $80 for Joy-Cons, bro.
Yeah.
The Joy-Cons are trash though.
$50
Pro
if you-
controller
Are
is
they
great.
really charging $80 for Joy-Cons? Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
bro.
For two of
Yes,
them.
bro.
I don't even think they sell them
Unless you go to
separately. You know how they
Walmart.
used to sell the singles? I don't even think they do that anymore. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Buy a single Joy-Con and have that bitch drift, bro. You just screwed.
You just fucked, bro. Why would you? That's so stupid.
The Joy-Cons are legit the only Nintendo controller to be that bad in such a short time period. People's
Yeah.
GameCube controllers are still running. People's
Yeah.
NES and SNES controllers are still running.
Yeah.
N64 controllers don't have fucking drift.
Oh, I mean,
I mean,
They
on
were.
never
on the
rotate that
Super
stick on
Nintendo.
Mario Party. That shit
I'm
break
not
the
gonna
stick,
lie.
bro. But
That's stick, bro. Oof.
But I
the
mean-
Super Nintendo shoulder buttons went out really fucking easy too.
yeah, but the Joy-Con, I don't even use it, bro. I'm even scared to touch the Joy-Cons or even take them off the Switch. That's why I leave them on most of the time. Cause like, dude, those things are so sensitive, bro. And like
They
the
really are.
sliding mechanic thing can like break off and shit like that.
It's like
You
two of mine
use
broke
the
already
Switch.
too.
Yeah. So it's just like, we'll
we'll
see. I think it'll be around $60 too. 60, 65 might be the same price as the Pro controller. The Switch Pro controller is about
Yeah.
70. I think that's about a fair price. Things are getting more expensive. There's more technology and shit nowadays. Controllers, and all that bullshit.
With that, I don't know if this is a topic, but with that being said, bro, are we gonna talk about us thinking that the PS5 is getting delayed, bro, to next year?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the next topic we're pretty much talking about PS5, and that one is pretty much rolls into the next topic.
Wait, hey, can I say something about the controller first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
One thing I don't like about it is that they took the colors off of the shape button.
I thought the
Wait.
colors are still on there though. Isn't it on the outline of the touchpad?
Let me see.
Wait,
Isn't
What
the
are you
colors
talking
on the
about? What are you talking about? Joe?
when you look at your PS4 control, how like triangle is green, square is
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
pink,
You're
X
right.
is blue.
Oh, that.
They took that
Oh,
off.
You're right.
And I play a lot of rhythm games, and they color code a lot of buttons.
Bro, I am not gonna lie, dude. In Final Fantasy VII Remake, the dancing segment.
Oh
bro,
yeah.
My controller.
was
I had
sick,
the
bro.
Spider-Man. I had the Spider-Man PS4 Pro controller, and the buttons are all like, the shapes are red. So I was like, I was playing the game, and I was like, oh shit! I was looking at the screen, like, oh, the colors are different. Oh my gosh, bro! I was fucking.
It's
I'm not gonna lie, I
so
was
that
fucking
scene
over-
is so hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was great. I agree.
Yeah,
Chapter
yeah.
9 was great.
And,
That part.
and another thing about the controller is when you look at like the start and select buttons, they're these like weird symbols, like the three lines going horizontally, just kind of like the Xbox One.
The share.
controller?
That's the pause button.
Yeah. But then the
Yeah.
other one is like three lines going vertical. It's like, why can't we just make them, words?
I don't know.
I don't understand what that means.
You should work for Sony. Let them know.
Please don't.
Please. I don't want you anywhere near there.
Waifu slip covers for.
I mean, it was just like when Nintendo made the Wii's start and select button into plus and minus.
Oh, and they kept
But see, that was dumb as fuck too.
That
And
is
they
dumb.
kept it.
I kept it.
Yep.
Sometimes
They had-
companies
they had
make
to be-
decisions. And,
They got to be
and-
different, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Wii remote was also a fucking stick.
it
It really was.
was
It's basically just a rounded NES controller. Let's be real.
no Tyner.
No Tyner, bro.
Wii U M Gamer. Wii U M Gamer, bro.
Wii U M Gamer.
Wii U M Gamer, bro.
Wii U M Gamer.
That's his name now, yo.
If
Wii
you
U
ever
M
called out my name on my
That's
stream,
what
y'all
goes
get
We're
to
gonna-
the
banned.
Wii U M gamer.
Wii
This
U M
actually
Gamer,
goes into
bro.
our next topic since we're
Yeah.
talking about PS4. So
Please.
Sony is reportedly reporting that they'll probably that stock for the PS5 will be low.
Yeah.
It'll probably be 5 to 6 million units in the first 2 quarters.
Worldwide.
Wow.
It's almost, I think, like almost 2.5, but about almost 2 million short than when the PS4 launched the first 2 quarters.
It makes sense with everything going on.
Yeah.
Well, with everything going on.
Nintendo shows that you can have that kind of shortage and still bounce back, bro. So
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think this is like Sony's problem? And you know what's kind of weird, bro? Sony has been kind of quiet on the PS5. So, we understand with the pandemic going on. I think even the Xbox Series X will have some shortages, but like even the Switch is having shortages right now. But like, Sony's been kind of quiet on the PS5.
You can be quiet. Sorry to interrupt. You can be quiet for a number of reasons. You can be quiet because you don't have info. You can be quiet for a promotional or marketing standpoint to build up suspense.
Maybe they're not ready.
Taking your ideas too.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
So it's very interesting. Like Sony's been getting a lot of backlash because they're not showing their console. Microsoft is showing off all their stuff what they have. They even show games. PS5 has only had one game, which is a console exclusive, but it's on PC. It was like Godfall or something.
Godfall.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like they're not. I mean, and trust me, I'm not even a big. Sony's like my least favorite out of the 3. You know what I mean? But even I know Sony's gonna dominate no matter what. They can give Xbox a 3-month fucking start, and Sony will just come back just like that, doing for this launch. These launch consoles. But like I said, I mean, with what's going on and them being quiet, them delaying games like The Last of Us 2 again. For the second time they delayed The Last of Us 2. There's rumors that Ghost of Tsushima might get delayed till August 1st. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Is this gonna affect their sales of PS5? Even with, you know what I mean? Like, what if people just like, what? Sony's not doing anything about it. They're what if they don't have any games? I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about the shortage? Do you think this will affect Sony? In the
short term, yes. Long term, no.
In the short term.
Short term for sure. Short term for sure.
Yes. Long term, no.
Long term, I don't think so.
Also, there's a rumor about the prices too. It's supposed to be 500 to 550 is the rumor.
Which
price.
is what we thought. Which is
good. I think that's a good price.
Yeah,
I think that's a
500
good price.
We think the Xbox One X, the Xbox Series
600,
like 600.
600.
Yeah, I think it'll be 6.
So.
Which is pretty steep, bro.
That's
I can understand it though. Like times are changing. Like Sony, the PS3 got buried when they announced their 600 price point, but like nowadays, like that, I think the consumers will be able to be easier with paying that price.
And Xbox 360 dominated the PS3 sales when they went versus to versus, at least in the short term.
In the beginning,
in
the beginning, but PS3 ultimately sold more in the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you got a huge price drop.
Yeah,
bro. I also think the reason why it's so damn much free online, bro. You can't beat that shit.
Free online.
That's what I was about to say. We live in an age now where mobile games are 60% of global game revenue. That was the here's the article of 2019.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. And then we're also, I think Jay, you literally just mentioned, like, we have free to play games, which are all around us these days. I mean, we still do have a part of the gaming sector that does want to get the high tech consoles that are out there, that does have the 4K TVs and whatnot. But I just think that part of the gaming sector is shrinking more and more because, who does have that type of money these days? I know that I don't. I know that 600 is a large price to pay for a console. So it's
the failure of Stadia really showed that people do not streaming in mobile games though for the most part, because look at what happened. You had this founders pack, this beginners pack. Everybody paid all this shit for Stadia, and now they're like, oh well, this shit is free now, and nobody is. Even though now it's free, nobody's hyped about that shit, bro. That's not what they want. That's not what we don't have the infrastructure for it to work like we want it to anyway. Not yet, anyway. So it's like until 5G is like really on and popping, there's really no point in trying to go that route. But showing people still buying copies of games and consoles by the millions, because what Sony hit some accolade. They sold 100 million
in consoles. Yep.
Yeah, so it's like it's showing that it's still there. It's definitely still there. It's dwindled, but it's not gone.
Yeah. I think
it won't be.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Just like we had so many of these different services pop up over the years. OnLive, PS now Stadia, and what was that other service that like Activision and other companies were pulling out of? What was that one called again?
Oh, the Nvidia one, I think.
Yeah,
whatever
that one is. Like, there's so many of these different services that are just like people are not impressed by. Like, how many? Like, and you have all these different people, just squawking about, "Oh, it's the future. This is the future of gaming." Like, how many times do we need to like show that the public is not interested in this stuff before like people will stop saying that it's the future of gaming?
They're never going to stop doing it, because once they get to the quote unquote future of gaming, they don't have to worry about like production costs anymore, because they don't have to worry about cases. They don't have to worry about shipping anything. Like, literally all they have to do is make sure that their servers are beefier enough to continue to run everything. So in regards to what you're saying, Tyner, they will never stop trying to do that, because it's going to save them money in the long haul. Why do you think Nintendo gives you more gold points if you buy a digital as opposed to you giving just uploading your freaking physical copy? So
I understand that's what the companies are. I have a whole video in the works talking about all this different stuff. So just I don't know. I don't know if I should go into all of it here. I just feel like giving up, going to an all digital future is just really bad, and it gives up a lot of it's anti-consumer in my opinion. It's just all digital.
So let me ask you guys this, since we're getting kind of off topic about that, but does PS5 get delayed?
It's likely. I think
it should at this point.
I honestly think I think it should. I think it should.
So,
there's a lot going on.
I don't think it's gonna happen unless Xbox delays their shit. Then PlayStation won't delay theirs.
Yeah, the Polygon's article says they will not delay their Xbox is their console, aka they're competing. So I mean,
honestly,
Xbox releases.
It was an article by Sony that said that they waiting to see what Microsoft does. When it comes
that's what it says. The Polygon article says.
The Polygon article that's pretty obvious. That's pretty obvious.
I think it's a Pepsi and Coke situation. I think they're both watching each other.
Yeah. You reveal information about your system. All right, we'll have our own presentations.
I mean, Sony, man, they play dirty, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
A couple weeks ago, Microsoft, on Twitter, they announced, that those Microsoft like directs they have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna show off, one of the games, and I don't, like one of those games from the next Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, bro. As soon as they announced that tweet, Sony comes out with the PS5 controller, DualSense controller,
bro. But after that, no one's talking about Microsoft was like, "Here's our controller."
I mean, they showed the controller.
But why is that? That's just competition. Why is that shitty? That's not shitty.
That's not shitty. I just
that's marketing.
Silu's right. If y'all think that stuff doesn't, if y'all think that businesses make decisions by saying, we're totally independent and we're gonna do this because we're number one. No, you watch the other one like a fucking hawk if you're in competition.
Like I said, I don't think it's like. I mean, it's dirty in the sense of like, dude, these fuckers, they know they can overtake Microsoft easily, so they do it. Like, what I mean? Like these guys are sly as fuck, bro. They're like, oh, Microsoft, they're doing their little Nintendo Direct thing. You know what I mean? Okay, that's cute. Hey, guys, we'll just show you a picture of our fucking new controller on PS5. And
that's what
and then everyone forgets about Microsoft. You know what I mean? Just like that.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't even know what Microsoft showed.
That's good.
Microsoft tweeted was like, "Here's our controller."
That's what Microsoft showed.
That was
no,
funny.
but they showed their controller before. Months ago, before they showed it,
system, right?
It's
They showed it with the system. They was like cracking a joke at Sony, basically.
Like I don't necessarily think that's dirty on Sony's side, because we've talked about this before.
It's not dirty. It's just more of like, you motherfuckers.
Microsoft,
you know what I mean? It's like
Xbox could literally turn into just a software developer and be fine. Literally, the whole Xbox brand could go into fucking bankruptcy.
Bro,
Microsoft is going to be a $1 trillion company. Still.
I think the Series X is going to come out $500, bro.
I think it's gonna be
You
6.
think they want to compete with that? With
I,
that
bro,
price?
they the only company that can take that loss, bro.
They can take the loss for sure. Yeah, but
Like they can just strictly make software, bro, and be straight. They lose money making hardware anyway. They gaming.
We all know what's gonna sell
money.
is the games. Whoever
it's
got
the games. Yeah.
And you know Sony got the games, bro. So I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
like
I mean, they did
Fucking-
sell the Xbox One at $500 when it first came out. You know,
Bro,
and
I
Sony
just
sold it at
seen
$400.
online, bro. They got the Xbox One X for like $299 at GameStop, bro.
Yeah, but that's now though, not when
Yeah,
it
that's
first came
now.
out though.
That was like, how much was that?
When they
that
first
was?
came out, the Xbox One
It
was
was $500.
$500, bro. What the
I
fuck?
think
And then,
I
and then
think
the
they
Xbox
sold
One
it
X was
for
around the
$7.
same price.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
that's what
500
I
when it
thought.
first came out.
yeah.
Because it came
You
with the
know.
fucking shitty ass Kinect.
It was 6. It was 6,
I
right?
still
With
have
the
that
Kinect?
stupid Kinect.
No, it was
it,
500.
it was 500 because the PS4 was 400.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
I
They
bought
made
the
a
one with
big
the
deal
Kinect.
about the price at E3.
You know, I was the idiot who bought the Xbox One with the Kinect, and I was the idiot. I was also the idiot who loves Assassin's Creed, bought the Unity bundle, the Assassin's Creed Unity
Oh,
Xbox
shit.
One bundle,
Bro,
and I was trying to get the
Prez,
one without the Kinect, but they were sold out. So
They
I
were
was like,
sold,
you know,
yeah.
what? Fuck it, dog. Give me that one with the Kinect. I can't
Prez,
wait
hell
for
no, bro.
Assassin's
You
Creed.
can't say
Unity.
that, bro. Coming from 360, bro. Come on now. You did not. You was like, oh, bro, Xbox is fire, bro. Like
I love
like,
Xbox.
yeah,
I love Xbox to this day.
Yeah,
But
at the
this is
time,
me
but
too.
he's
They
saying
don't
in
have good exclusives,
hindsight.
though.
Yeah,
In hindsight,
Yeah,
he
they
like,
fucked up with
But
Halo
to this day,
twice.
bro.
you know.
To this day, bro. Most of my niggas have Xboxes, bro. To this day.
I play on my Xbox
That's
a lot still,
you.
too.
Most of my
Yeah.
that's more of a subjective thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can play
most of my
PC.
No,
friends
Jay,
have Xbox.
Jay, what Prez is
Control
saying that
it.
in hindsight, bro, it's like, oh my god, why the fuck did I get the the $500 one?
Oh,
I mean,
bro,
obviously
yeah.
at the time, bro, at the time,
At
but
the time,
man,
you was like, bro, the 360, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Xbox One,
Let me
Oh,
get
that
the
360
Xbox
was
One.
fire, dog. The original Xbox
Yeah.
was fire too. You know what I mean? I love Xbox. I don't like their games anymore. They don't got Fable anymore. The Halo sucks ass now. You
Since
know what I'm
5 for
saying? It's
sure.
just
Gears, I don't
since-
really give a shit
since
about Gears.
Reach. Since
I
Reach.
don't
No,
care
Reach
about
was good,
Forza.
friends. You just
I don't
hated
care
it
about
trash.
Forza.
Forza. I don't
wasn't.
care about Gears.
I
Crackdown
don't-
3.
Make games
Who the fuck
anymore except for
played
Sea of
Crackdown
Thieves.
3?
Forza's
Not
trash.
me.
Even though
Nobody.
Forza's a good
Nobody.
racing game, but I
Nobody
don't
played
care about
Crackdown
Forza.
3.
You know what I mean? Fable was fantastic. Fucking OG Halo was great. You know, they had games like Jade Empire. Fucking fire
Oh,
ass.
Jade
fucking
And their
exclusive.
last new IP was Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
Oh, we know how
Exactly.
that went. Yeah. You know how that
What was that other one? What was that one zombie game that's an exclusive to theirs? The one you remember George?
Oh, State of Decay?
Oh,
State
State-
of
State of
Decay.
Bro, I got so mad, bro.
Stay in
Fucking, they got bad fucking exclusives, but I literally only play my Xbox for third party games.
I see
Hey,
like
man,
one
hey,
random
they had
person
Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct's a decent fighting game.
excited Decay
Bro,
like
but
once a week.
when did the original? When did the last Killer Instinct come out? Tyner?
Super
Like,
Nintendo.
like
The
years and
beginning
years
of the
ago.
Xbox One.
Yeah, nobody
was the beginning.
nobody plays Killer Instinct anymore, and Microsoft has.
And
not
even
been-
then, it was like free to play, and you had to like buy the seasons.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit was trash.
That was so
They
stupid.
eventually
What
made
the
a
fuck?
fucking complete version.
It was
That
like
shit
60
trash.
bucks for like
Well,
fucking.
Well, by the
At
time
that-
they released the
at that
complete
point,
version,
no one
nobody was
cares.
playing Killer Instinct, bro. Nobody was playing Killer Instinct.
Literally, when was the last time Killer Instinct was even at fucking Evo, bro?
I don't even remember.
Man,
I
was
think
it
2014.
ever at Evo?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
Right.
was. It was
I'm
at
not
Evo
sure
for
if
like
I'm
3
gonna
years.
They
Bro.
then they kicked him
It was at Evo for like 3 years in a row.
I don't know what Evo you were watching.
Fucking 1999 or something.
The Nintendo version.
The Nintendo
Oh my
version.
Oh shit!
Back
Shit,
in
I'd
the
I
rather
remember it was like
game.
2016
Fuck,
when Maximilian
bro.
Dood was
Oh my
doing the commentary.
Was he?
Bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
He did he did the
Damn.
commentary for the finals.
And I watched his channel, bro. I did not know that, bro.
It looks like
I didn't.
it was either 2016.
it was in
or
2016,
2018.
2018, and 2014, from what I know.
Bro, I was at
That
Evo
bitch
for
so
one of those years.
that
I didn't
game's
see
so
it.
trash for a fighting game. It's only there every 2 years. bro.
Richard, you blocked it out of your memory, bro.
Is it only trash because it's on Xbox, Clueless?
No.
I wouldn't even play that
No,
shit.
it's
If,
trash because you like it.
I wouldn't even play that shit if they paid me, bro.
like, bro, Tekken 6 shits on Killer Instinct, bro. That's how bad.
That is kind of true. That is true.
I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges. Like they're not even really the same thing.
They're fighting games. How are they not the same thing?
He always
You're the new member of the podcast,
whenever
bro.
there's
Tyler's got to go already.
He always brings up
Welcome, Paul.
Why are you comparing fighting games? Soul Calibur,
Like-
same game.
They're both fighting games, bro. One's 3D and one's 2D.
Yeah,
but
just
Street
like
Fighter
everyone,
Orange is better.
this is our new podcast
Street
member,
Fighter is
Paul
fucking
Duran.
better.
Welcome him. Tyner, have any last words?
Tyner-
Tyler's the
Oh
new
my God.
guest.
Paul, will you
About-
become a permanent member?
Okay, I'm done. Never mind.
Paul just said
man.
yes. Tyler, you're gone.
TG said ban the boomer.
And the boomer.
Uh,
I mean, Killer Instinct. I never played the one on Xbox, but I
I played
did
the one
love-
on
I played the
Super
one
I
that
did
came
love
out,
the
like, at
OG on
Xbox
Super
One.
Nintendo.
Yeah, Super
and
Nintendo one, the
Gold.
black cartridge, bro.
And,
Oh.
yeah, and Gold. Those are fire, but I never played the new one. But it is
Maybe
what
it's
it
good.
is.
I don't know.
But
I didn't buy
I think Sony. I think Sony will be okay though, if they
Yeah, Sony will be
if
okay.
they delay it or if they're only gonna have 5,000 or 6,000
Damn,
consoles.
even Gabe is saying
Yeah,
bye,
I think
Tyner.
I do
Because,
think,
like-
I don't think it's gonna get delayed, but I do think
you
it'll be
guys like
extremely
sat on
limited.
me for like 12 minutes, and Jordan's like, "Oh, I don't know, maybe it's good."
No,
What
but
the fuck?
I mean, I look at it as not necessarily like the same situation, but you know how like the Wii first came out, there were super shortages of it, right?
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah,
like
big
they-
time
people were,
shortages.
super big time shortages.
They-
Look how much the Wii sold
Nintendo-
now.
But I mean,
You know what I mean?
haven't there been conversations before that Nintendo does these quote unquote shortages on purpose to bring up hype, bro?
Yeah,
Oh,
is it
Like-
hasn't that been brought
But
up
did-
before?
Did it?
There's
I think
been
it's because
this
that
happened
happened
with the
Switch, though.
GameCube,
And then
this
they
happened
tried to
the
do with
Switch,
Wii U, but no
this
one was
happened
buying the
with
Wii.
Wii, and there nobody care about the Wii U M, bro. Like
The
the
Wii.
Bro, people do love me, and it's Wii U, not Wii U. I'm not a failure.
Yo.
Who's
I'm
the
part of the Wii crew, not the
I
Wii
was
U.
just waiting. I was like, please, somebody get that.
Somebody
bro.
get that.
I caught that
The
one
reference.
instantly when I heard you.
Don't worry, Close. I got the reference, bro.
I got the
Yeah, bro, I
reference
mean,
now.
bro,
I'm not
I-
your friend no more.
I would rather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind. Covain. Man, hey, Shinobu, I was supposed to do Covain, bro. Motherfucker, dude.
Damn,
Get this
Shinobu
guy's
did.
fucking,
Oh,
get this
hang
guy's
on,
gameplay off our
hang on.
podcast.
Now, hang on, it's kind of a spoiler, but he actually has 3 games in here.
Why does he have
He
3?
did 3 games, 10 minutes.
Wait a minute. I tried to
Oh,
submit
yeah,
mine, bro.
Shinobu
Oh,
did.
three,
No,
ten,
no,
3
no,
and 10
no,
minutes as
no,
in 30
no,
minutes.
let's
total.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's still 30 minutes.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
okay,
did
okay,
3
okay.
games. It's all.
I thought
30
you meant
I
like
see
he
it
had 30-minute segments.
No.
Like, damn, what the
Oh, then,
fuck?
man, get that, pause this video, bro.
Man.
We
Hey,
appreciate the gameplay.
Shinobu is
Hey,
too short to
Shino-
have
Sh-
3 seconds.
Shinobu, go back to the brown girl.
Yeah, your
Go
chick
back to the
before was
brown
fine.
girl, bro.
Man,
Yeah.
look at that. That's Petra. That's Nia.
Oh my god, of course he's showing
Oh,
like his
yeah.
fucking created
Yeah, like,
characters.
you see, yo. Yo.
Man, that fucking old pervert, man. That's
Damn.
fucking old ass
The old
geezer ass
man's
pervert.
pervert.
Still love you though, but I mean, fucking still an old pervert.
Didn't you
But yeah, I
play
think-
Galgun Press?
Huh? I played it
Hey,
once.
hey,
and that
don't
was
talk
it.
shit about Galgun.
Bro, dude, y'all are some perverts too. What the
Bro,
fuck?
that's like literally the only
Hey.
fucking. That's like literally the only fucking.
And you and Prez, don't forget, bro. You 30 years old, bro. You boomer.
Hey, bro, I may be
Boomer,
30.
bro.
Played Gal.
I mean,
I was 28, so I mean.
Oh.
okay.
So I wasn't
Fucking-
an old pervert, bro. I was just a regular pervert.
Gal Gun 2
Real
came out 2
pervert,
years ago.
bro.
I mean, I was
Hey,
28 when I
platinumed
played the
first
game.
Galgun.
Tyler
Of
likes
course- of
trash
course
like
you would,
Pokemon, so
Richard.
it's not surprising he likes Killer Instinct. Fat.
That is
Oh my
true. You do
God.
like Pokemon, Tyler.
Shinobu got this
Bro.
one.
Yeah,
dude?
it's great. It's a great game.
No one
Easy
bought
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Who?
Fun.
Yeah, here comes the Buddha.
Oof. Oof.
So yeah, nice try. I may be a junior boomer, but I mean, when I played that game, I was
You're a
28.
boomer,
you know?
yeah.
Like
You're a boomer.
Shinobu is like
you and
ancient
Richard are
boomer.
you and Richard definitely still are some degenerates, so you're not getting away
Facts,
from
bro.
that.
But
Bro, even-
You're not
Shinobu is
getting
like
away from
ancient
that, bro.
boomer,
Hey,
and
it's
Tyner is
it's a
just like
culture.
fucking a blind boomer. You know what I mean?
Tyner is
And
a blind
retro
boomer.
fanatic.
Uh-huh.
And I may be a degenerate, maybe not as much I don't really watch
Oh
too
man,
much now.
Richard is like the king.
Oh, Richard is like
That's why I don't turn
He
my
owns
webcam
multiple
on.
body pillows.
I really wish
We actually
I
pay
would
him
have
money not
I
to
would
show
have
his
took a
face.
screenshot of every single one of his Discord names just to put it as instead of it showing like his little profile icon when we do these, like it should just show all of his
All of
degenerate
his
ass
previous
Discord
names,
names.
bro.
Fucking disgusting names on Discord, bro.
Disgusting name.
Fucking weirdo.
Bro, what's the next topic, dude?
All right. Finally,
Even Jay's like, bro, can we just
and
move
Paul's
on?
like, man, I kind of want to leave, bro, but we do like to talk shit about each other, and we're actually moving on pretty quick. So this is the last topic.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
let's not mention how
Hey,
old I am.
We getting better. We getting better.
We're getting better, so we're definitely doing good. So this next topic, which is our last topic, is gonna probably be a pretty long one too.
Yeah.
And this is why podcast is titled this. Was it worth the wait?
Mhm.
A very hugely anticipated game for a lot of us, including myself.
Yep.
Finally
Been to
came out last
500
week.
E3s.
It's been at 500 E3s, pretty much.
No, it's
Final
skipped
Fantasy-
500 E3s.
Skits 500, that too. But Final Fantasy VII Remake came out last week.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been playing it, including most of us on this podcast. Some of them haven't played it, but some of them have played the original and love the original. Some have only played the new one, and some have only played the old one. Some have played both, like me.
Mhm.
And we're gonna get into this because I honestly am very mixed opinions on the remake of Final Fantasy VII.
Start off
And-
with Paul. Let's go.
But first, we're gonna get on our special guest, Paul, who is a huge Final Fantasy fan, and we want you to tell us how you feel about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Hey Paul, before you begin, bro, Zach is better, bro. Oh, go ahead, bro.
That is true.
But
That is true.
also, no spoilers. Try to avoid
Yeah, no
spoilers.
spoilers. This is a non-spoiler,
Discussion on Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII Remake.
Yeah.
So what?
First, I'll start off by saying, and this is a true story. I watched the official announcement for this game on the most recent E3 with Peaks on his stream, and we both were literally like in tears while it came out. That's how much this game means to me. I played the original. Shark, I believe you were mentioning how much Resident Evil 2 meant to you. Final Fantasy VII, the OG FF7, is my favorite game of all time. It's how I got brought into the Final Fantasy franchise.
Lore.
Final Fantasy VII, it was, in terms of Square, it was the first 3D Final Fantasy. It was the first non-medieval Final Fantasy in terms of storytelling, in terms of the materia system and how it's used. It brought so many new aspects to the franchise. So you got to understand the weight that's on the franchises and on Square's shoulders. And we talked about remakes before, right? What a remake needs to do. So does that mean, you're talking about was it worth the wait? Does that mean that consumers need to absorb some of that weight in terms of what they're paying for? I don't know. That's the tougher question. Are you asking me personally, was it worth the wait? I mean, am I biased? Fuck yeah, I'm biased.
And we need it. We need that.
Yeah,
We actually need that in here. So.
And Jay also mentioned he's looking at it from the perspective of someone who's not played a Final Fantasy game before versus someone like me. I mean, I played.
No, he just didn't play 7. His favorite. So I just.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
I just want to put some groundwork on it. His favorite
Yeah.
Final Fantasy is Crystal Chronicles. So.
Oh, that's true. So if he's disagreeing with you, bro, just disregard it.
Fair enough.
Literally,
But-
if you end up agreeing with Jay, you're making a mistake.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's only played 3 games.
If I may, continue. Looking at it from the perspective of someone who's not only played Final Fantasy, pretty much every Final Fantasy game, but FF7 is my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
Is it worth the wait? I mean, we're talking about how this game was originally introduced in the 05 E3 press conference as a tech demo in PS3. Yep, exactly. 15 years. That's a long time to wait, and especially when you're talking about the FF7 remake only being, and again, no spoilers, but it's only a part
Midgar.
it's only Midgar. It's only a part of the OG FF7. I believe
It's only about 5 hours of the original game.
Yeah, only 5 hours of the original game, which is I want to say not a huge bit of the original game.
Right.
If you're asking me, is it worth the wait in terms of fun? Yeah, absolutely. I'm having fun playing the game. Is it worth the wait in terms of, am I satisfied for waiting 15 years? Yeah, but I'm saying yeah with the disclaimer, so to speak, of being a completely biased FF7 fan. And I think that's a fair answer.
So it's a nostalgia thing for you then.
Nostalgia.
Carried over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
nostalgia
ask you
carries-
something real quick,
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
What chapter are you on, if you don't mind me?
I'm on chapter 9.
Okay, so you're
He's
still.
taking his time, bro.
He's taking his
Oh,
time.
he's taking his time.
You gotta understand that I'm doing some like all the exploration. I'm like
Mhm.
looking around and being as much.
You're doing.
Jay
You're
remembers.
doing what a big fan would do, loving the game.
Jay was making
crying
fun of
over-
my ass. Jay was making fun of my ass playing the demo when I was going down the ladders.
Ladders,
The
bro.
reactor.
You're so amazed, dude.
Yeah, and Jay was like, "Paul, you're fanboying like a motherfucker, Paul." And I was sitting there like, these ladders are the same as the original, and I was like,
The
"Oh my
texture of these ladders.
Oh my god.
God." I'm taking my
Please,
time.
But-
please tell me you clipped that, Jay.
No, I didn't, bro.
Oh my god.
No, to be fair, but I mean, we
ladders, bro.
to be fair though, we all have our moments like that.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
just-
we
No,
do.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if-
yeah.
like,
Most
if, bro,
definitely, most
like for
definitely.
instance, like I lost my shit when Resident Evil 2 remake was revealed, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I fucking screamed at my old place I used to live. I was like, "Oh my god, it's finally here!" I was like, "Let's fucking go, bro!" I would cry if Ocarina of Time got a full-fledged remake, bro, and they revealed it.
God,
Bro.
I think
I
all of
would
us would,
shed
though.
tears.
You mean
bro.
like how they
For
do
the
those
Ocarina-
tech demos, like ones in like the Unreal Engine kind of shit?
You know,
Yeah.
no, I just mean like a
Oh,
full,
yeah, yeah.
like an actual remake from
Yeah.
Nintendo. I mean, yeah, but like if they're ever supposed to reveal like a Ocarina of Time remake, I'd cry. I'd like how Durant, Paul said he shed tears when he saw fucking Final Fantasy VII remake, and I know tons of people when it was it 2015, right? They revealed it for PS4.
Yeah,
PS4. Yeah, I know tons of people
No, it
who
was
lost their shit.
I'm sorry, but it was. I think it was the 2019.
Oh, 19, okay,
E3.
okay.
Yeah, I was watching.
I
on
thought you meant like
Peach's
the
stream. Yeah.
I thought you meant like the first time they ever.
No, you're
showed
good. You're
the-
good.
on
Yeah.
PS4. Yeah.
I
When they
still
actually announced it.
remember when Square pulled off the biggest troll, and I think it was it was Tokyo Game Show 2013.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Bro, they fucking put FF7 on the screen. Everybody was like, "Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah.
it's happening!"
And it's just a
being ported-
re-release.
It's being ported to the PS4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Bro, that
Jesus.
shit was so classic, bro. Y'all got Rick rolled, bro. Like,
Hello, bro.
So, Paul, dig a little more deep into how you feel about this game, combat-wise, story, the new designs of characters like Jesse and Tifa, and what I mean. I bring the two girls up.
Oh yeah. Oh, they designed the
So,
characters.
Cloud,
pretty well.
How do you feel about the voice acting and stuff like that? How do you feel about what Square has done?
Biggest
Final
differences
Fantasy
they've
remake.
made, I think. You mentioned the story. They flesh out the setting and the environment a hell of a lot more than in the OG FF7. For instance, in the first event that happens that you are part of, you see both sides of it much more than in the original.
Right.
You see you take part in an event that has some destruction, I guess I'll say, to be spoiler free. And in the OG FF7, you're meant to be looked at as the hero, and you don't really see the other side of things. You don't really see the other side of the destruction that you take part in. In the FF7 remake, you see both sides of it, and that's a sign of good storytelling. To not just be known as, oh, here's the hero, he's 100% good, he's the villain, he's 100% bad. You see both sides of that destruction. You see that there are secondary characters that have been made that have been made to be a victim of your actions. So that's one big difference that I see. Is the storytelling aspect. The settings and the environments are much more fleshed out, which I guess is one part of the technology that we have at our disposal with the PS4 these days versus the PS1 and Windows, because there was a Windows back in the day with regards to the OG FF7. Storytelling is one very big difference that I see.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on it?
I love the characters. You mentioned Tifa and Aerith. I mean, I love the characters.
I think
and the voice
I
acting is
think
top notch.
I think they did an absolutely fantastic job on how the new, their new looks, quote unquote new looks. The voice acting is great. I think it's just like the interactions between like Cloud and Barrett are absolutely fantastic.
The dialogue. The dialogue.
Great. I think I definitely agree with that. George,
What's up?
what about you? What do you think about Final Fantasy VII Remake from a person who's who's only played a little bit of the original game?
Well, without getting into any spoilers, first off, I mean, pretty obvious. The graphics looks so much better. I played the original, before the before the remake came out, and
dumbbell arms.
Yeah, the original doesn't hold up graphically, but from what I played, I enjoyed. I played up until, let's just say, you go on a second mission in the original.
Yeah.
So when I played through the remake and I was going through those same scenes, I noticed just from that small part, it's so much added into it. Not just dialogue, not just the environments you can explore, but just the characters, the amount of characters that you see in the game, NPCs,
Get that pizza. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm
in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, bro. That shit's good.
Oh, bro. When you get to that part, you'll know why I said ooh. Not bad way, but just like straight punch to the heart. But go ahead, George.
But yeah, so all the NPCs that they added, I mean, granted, not very important per se, but I like the fact that they tried to make it more fleshed out rather than just go directly to another mission.
Yeah.
What I also liked about it was the combat. The combat, I liked it from the demo, but as soon as you get more and more deeper into the game, and you fight stronger enemies, like you actually strategize, like you actually go between characters. Like, okay, I'm gonna use this spell, then I'm gonna switch to this character. I'm gonna do my limit, and then I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna heal. Like it's a lot more complex than I thought it would be. You can't really just rush in and just spam the square button and attack everybody. You can't really do that. One thing I didn't like, this was like a common complaint with a lot of us that played it, the side content was not very interesting to me, at least. Very, very
bad.
Very bad. Obvious that was not part of the original vision. And by that I mean the remake. Like when they were making this remake, it's obvious they spent a lot of time on the graphics and the story and the characters.
They stat padded, baby.
But then I think they played the game and they're like, oh shit, this game is only like 20 hours long. So we gotta pad this shit out and add all these different side quests. And another thing I don't like is the fact that it feels very slow. There's times where the game feels slow, unnecessarily slow. I mean, when two characters are walking and talking, I mean, that's fine. But when it's unnecessary, when the game forces you to go into certain sections of the game, like, oh, I see a chest over there. Oh, no, you can't go over there. Not just yet. You gotta.
What are you doing? Come back here.
You want to explore? No.
Yeah, it's like.
So I didn't like that either. And I'd say one more thing I didn't like was Johnny. I didn't like Johnny.
Johnny's hilarious.
You get out
Get
of
the
here.
fuck out of here.
I like Johnny.
All right.
I'm not
Jay,
surprised.
I want to hear someone else who's never played the original Final Fantasy, who's only played bad Final Fantasy games.
Jay.
Jay.
All right, bro. So look, playing the game, like starting off, like George said, the game looks fucking great, bro. Graphically, looks fucking amazing. So with me, I know a little bit of the story of 7, and playing this one, it makes me want to go back and play the original. So many questions I have about shit happening.
Oh, you
but like I
said,
said,
the original.
Yeah, but like I said, like me and Prez was talking. Hearing from Prez being a big fan, we're gonna hear from him in a minute. But hearing from him, we having the same problems. Like, bro, like, why am I constantly walking? Why do I have to? It's so much shit that they make you do in the game that's just unnecessary. Why do I have to flip the switch 8 times? Why? Prez also recently played another puzzle. Why do I have to
break my disc?
This fucking water, bro?
Oh, I want to break my fucking disc, dude. With that puzzle, dude. It's so stupid, dude.
Water Jay did with Call of Duty, bro.
Hey, what? Bro? I only play Warzone, bro. I would never find a mainline.
He snapped that shit in half.
We were all in voice chat when it happened.
Oh yeah, we were all in voice chat.
I want to laugh, but I know he was.
No, I muted my mic. I legit muted
so
my mic.
heated.
And
Hey, y'all are better than
laughing
me.
my
I'd
ass
be like,
off.
this nigga just
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Finish.
I'm sorry about
I legit
Like I
had to mute my mic.
Like I said, the game is really good. It looks really good. It's shit. Where is he coming from, bro? My bad. It looks really good. I like the fight style. It reminds. But then when I say that, y'all say, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
It reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Somebody's breathing in the mic, bro.
I can hear that too.
It's not me, because I'm struggling with Snowball.
Wasn't me.
It reminds me of the battle system reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, but just no Donald Duck, bro, which is amazing.
100 times better, bro.
100 times better.
Maybe someone will actually heal you.
The story, bro.
I'll heal myself.
Your NPCs still don't heal you, bro.
When y'all say 7 had a great story, bro, and this story is not even. It's just like expanded upon. The story is crazy, bro. Like I like
the story's amazing.
Stuff pops off, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Like y'all be in voice chat with me when I be playing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I like the boss design, the boss designs and shit. Like it's a couple bosses in there that's like you actually, how do I beat this? How do I do this? And like but my whole thing is bro. You can tell that it's dragged on. Like this game, I feel like this game could have been like 10 hours and they could have charged you like $30 for it.
Major pacing issues.
Major
pacing issues.
I'll give you all that. Yeah.
It's no real rewards for doing the side quests. Really, in my opinion, you don't really get anything. I mean, I think the best side quest so far that I've done is the one where you get to fast travel to different chocobo.
I'm actually doing that one right now. Actually,
yeah. I mean,
that's the.
But only because that one's like you actually get something out of it.
Yeah. I know some people say you can't backtrack, but you actually can go back. Like it's a point where you get to Sector 5 where you can go back to Sector 6, 7, and all that.
Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. Chapter 14.
You can't actually back travel.
Yeah.
So but with that being said, like I said, it's major pacing issues, bro. It makes you do unnecessary shit, which I just do not like. They're like the puzzles. We don't call them puzzles. The puzzles in the game are unnecessary. Whether it's mechanical arms,
the mechanical arms, bro.
Flipping switches, fucking water pumps. It just makes zero sense, dude.
Yeah, like I think the worst.
They do certain things too. Like I'm sorry, they do certain. Let's say you have to go to a certain area, and only one person can get there, so she goes in, and then they make her fall, so you have to go all the way around.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like all this shit, like they purposely do it. You can't run when you need to. Why are we talking here, bro? People are chasing us. Why are we walking real slow, having a conversation? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? That's my gripes to that. Other than that, I'm at an 8 right now. It's still a good game. I want to play the original because y'all saying it's better than that, but it's still, in my opinion, it's still a good game.
You just get to see more of.
You get to see a lot more.
Off topic, real quick, bro. I love Jet Set Radio and Shinobi.
Yeah,
garbage in this game, dude.
He is really garbage.
He is offending me in this gameplay right now.
You can never play that game ever again, Shinobi.
Shout out to Pio, bro, for bringing this gameplay, but bro, you cannot play this game.
It's a radio.
I want to actually I want to hear Tyner's opinion on this. Who hasn't played the original? Who hasn't played the remake yet, but loves the original? What's from? You heard us. You've been in voice chat when we've been going off like hours talking about this game. And what do you think about from what you heard from us about this game so far?
I've also watched some gameplay stuff. Like I've kind of been bouncing around. Like I haven't really seen a lot of spoilery things. I've just been like I've seen like some different parts of the game. So you guys know that when we were talking about this previously, I had the big issue of like, man, I don't know, man. They're gonna stretch a 5-hour section out to 30 hours. That sounds like there's gonna be a lot of fucking padding. So when it's a good example, like I'm gonna like talk about one part of the game. It's like right at the beginning. There's no spoilers. So after you do the bombing mission, you hook up with Tifa and Barrett back at the 7th Heaven Bar in Sector 5. And or was it 6 or 7?
7.
Yes, 7. No, my bad. Yeah, in Sector 7. So, pretty much in the original game, you go to sleep. You have a tutorial on materia. You go to sleep, and the next day, you're going on the second bombing mission. But in the remake, like I'm surprised. Like I'm watching some gameplay from it, and it's just like, oh, here's an apartment. We're gonna have some jobs for you tomorrow. You meet a landlord named Marl, which is a fantastic callback to Chrono Trigger, by the way.
Oh yeah,
good on you, Square, for that little tidbit of reference right there.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Actually,
one of the main characters is Chrono Trigger.
Nice.
Yeah, and we can put that to rest. It's Marl, not Marley. Okay, anyway.
Okay, they pronounce a lot of stuff weird in this game.
Go ahead.
A lot of people pronounce it like Mako before, but they call it Mako.
Yeah, it's not Mako, it's Mako.
It's Mako, dude. I don't care what anyone says, dude. But
anyway,
keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and then like the next day, you're like delivering water filters and like, oh, we're gonna join the neighborhood watch and shit like that. It's just like, oh my god, is this where the fucking 30 hours is going into? And like, but like on the other hand, we're seeing things like they're fleshing characters out like Jesse. And
fantastic job with Jesse. Dude.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job.
I don't know too much of the details of it, but I'm excited to like see that
specifically Jesse.
They do a very good job with that. I will say.
With the whole Avalanche Wedge.
Avalanche
Jesse,
in general,
especially Jesse.
Especially Jesse. Yeah.
I saw bits of the wall market, and they did a fantastic job with the wall market. I'm so happy with what the
wall market was. It was a great section.
I haven't gotten there yet. I can't wait.
Yeah. You're right there. You're right there, actually.
Yeah.
I luckily I haven't seen like too far into wall market, but I've just seen like how they. And I will say, man, like the stuff that they've done with the original soundtrack, like the music is phenomenal.
Music is phenomenal.
So
music is fire.
The new song, the Hollow song, bro. Every time I hear it in Sector 5, bro, I'm just like, yo, this is it, bro.
So there's a lot of good and a lot of bad. Like and also like that goes without saying the game's fucking gorgeous.
No games are perfect.
Yeah, so I'm conflicted because like I don't know if I want to go through like I'm definitely gonna pick up the game and play it, but like with me having just gotten Persona 5 Royal and Trials of Mana coming out next week, like I'm just like I might have to play this game a little later. Like it's not gonna be on my priorities list anymore. That's I'm just being real.
From what Prez is telling me, bro, in the original set, they don't really talk about Avalanche. So in this one, they talk about Avalanche a lot.
So
more, I would say. They talk about Avalanche more.
They talk about Avalanche more,
sure.
and you get to know the members of Avalanche more, which is gonna make. I mean, obviously, Paul's played the original. It's gonna make a scene coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Really sad. Trust me when I say this. And then I mean, people play the original. I guess I'll say it's not me. It's more, but I mean,
don't say it just in case, bro. Just in case.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. They're just put it this way. They put so much more depth into these characters, the Avalanche characters. Wedge, Biggs, and Jesse.
Yeah.
That when that scene that's gonna come up, bro, it's definitely like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like so.
Yeah,
like
that
I said,
was
they did a
great,
fantastic job. It was fantastic. Like I said,
So
I think
I just have a couple more things to say before I move it on to someone else. It makes me wary about two different things. Like what's the next part going to be like? Like, pretty much like the next part after this game, you get set out on the world map and you get to visit all these different towns like Gold Saucer, Wutai, Calm, Nibelheim, like Cosmo Canyon. Are they going to try and expand all these areas even more? Like how many?
I'm saying,
how many
Yeah.
parts are they going to stretch this game out to? And You know, like
It's gonna be 7 parts, bro. It makes sense.
They
Bro,
keep
that's
stretching
what
it
I
out.
said. It'll be
That would
7
so
parts.
stupid. It's in the name, bro. Come
They're
on.
gonna stretch
That
this
would be
game
so-
out, dude.
that would be such a fucking awful idea. Oh my
They're
god.
everybody's gonna buy every single part, though. What you mean?
That's
Especially
$60 a pop.
And then 1 year
$60
after
a
the
pop,
release,
bro.
Especially
And
Final
then,
Fantasy
and
shit.
then
Got a
like
special
3
edition
years
with all of them
after like the
combined for
last
like
part comes out, there's gonna be like a
gigabytes.
collection that's only like $50 for all of them.
Oh my god, dude.
So
I really I just went fucking numb at the
So-
thought of that. Oh my god.
what about you? We're gonna talk. I'm gonna ask William because I know William wants to switch bitch and
He's a switch.
he doesn't
bro.
really like Final Fantasy. Do you have any thoughts on the Final Fantasy VII remake? I know you've been in voice chat with us when you us talk about it. Hey, do you know anything about Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah,
Besides
I know the
besides
premise
Cloud
of like
Beyond
beginning
Smash.
the story, but that's about it.
Do you
He knows of
Do you
Cloud
wanna
from Smash
get your-
Brothers.
do you want to get your opinion on Final Fantasy VII? I figure I get you. I know you.
Graphically, it looks beautiful, but I think the game feels slow at times when I was watching other people play it, and there was like some tedious tasks that makes no sense. And I was like, was that part of like the original game, where like to do like
some-
these
The side
random,
quests?
like,
No.
fetches
The parts
stuff?
you were watching were probably the padding with the side quests.
The
that
side
we were
quests.
talking
Yeah,
about
like a lot of people
before.
do the
Yeah,
side quests, and it felt like
Yeah.
padding
Fuck
for
Aerith,
some-
bro. Fuck Aerith.
There was
Whoa, whoa!
Hey.
No.
Hold on. In all
There
fairness,
was one thing about the original game
Fuck
with a
remake,
lot of,
Aerith.
yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Original Aerith was waifu.
Oh, yeah. Original Aerith was great.
You say fuck remake Tifa, we'll have a problem.
I mean,
so to answer your question, Will, there wasn't a lot of like side content in like there is in the remake, like a lot of people say, but a lot of people say that the original had a lot of like pointless mini games, like
True.
like a ton of them.
the gold
like-
saucer ones.
Not just the gold saucer ones, but there would just be like random ones, like escape from this chair, like by pressing a certain button sequence, or
I'd say in the remake,
Imagine
there's
the guy
literally
complaining about mini games when he said he enjoyed Chocobo racing last
Oh,
night.
I knew-
I'm talking about us
You
at
guys
some
know
point.
what the
I
fuck that
knew-
mode is. That mode is
I swear to
totally-
God.
I knew
bro.
something like that was gonna come up, bro.
I swear to God. bro.
This is the
Wait.
consensus from people online. This isn't necessarily coming from me.
Mhm.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Like there's literally a mini game where you like get into a bitch slap fight with like Tifa gets into a bitch
Yes.
slap fight with
Oh
another
yeah,
girl.
Really?
Scarlet,
Hilarious.
Yes,
Scarlet, I believe.
Scarlet, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so Scarlet.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Are those
but-
all optional? Are those all optional in the original?
No, well, some are, some aren't.
Some are optional. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of it'll just be like you're playing the normal game, and then out of nowhere, it's like do this like mini game-ish type thing.
telling me you didn't like throwing darts in Seventh Heaven.
The Darth game was alright.
Yeah, Darius.
Dark-
Yeah, the gym shit was pretty fun too.
I mean,
but
do that in Persona 5 Royal.
The
yeah,
squats,
yeah,
bro.
the better
The
game,
squats, bro.
Best game.
Yeah,
best JRPG of all
I've
time.
never,
But
I've
But
never
about
seen,
all time,
Hold on,
but
bro.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that after, bro. My opinion, playing Royal almost 120 hours.
Okay.
All right, everyone's being too positive about this game, so I'm
I
gonna
said
fucking
it
shut
looks
this.
like it has a slow
No,
parts.
no, we'll get to you after. Everyone's being too positive about this game.
I'm not.
We need to
They
start
are?
bringing up the negatives.
We
of
are.
this game.
We talked a lot of
Yeah,
shit.
we've talked some
I mean,
negative.
I don't know. Yeah, I heard more
Yeah.
positive than fucking negative.
Bro,
Not
Fred,
for me.
someone
I'm
who's
just gonna say
played
that right
both
now.
games.
It's all YouTube being fanboys.
I'm about almost 30 hours. I'm about 29 hours in the game. I'm on chapter 14. I'm almost done with the game.
Mhm.
I feel like me, who's played both games, had too much of a high expectations for this game
Mhm.
because there'll be times where I play this game and I'm having absolute blast playing it, and then 5 minutes later they'll throw something at you that's so stupid and pointless that makes me like, why is this here? Why are they purposely
Exactly.
slowing this game down? Why are you running for fucking, they're running through the fucking, in Sector 5, and all of a sudden, like, they're like, oh, Tifa's like, oh, wait, hold on, let's go over here real quick and check. And you have to literally walk 20 meters back where you fucking came from to look at, Midgard. Oh, we do this and that. Why is there segments where you use Aerith for 10 seconds and you go back to Cloud? I don't
That
get
is
that,
true.
dude. I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. The puzzles are fucking atrocious, dude. The puzzles are terrible.
That's
The
a
side
shame
quests
here.
suck.
not all the puzzles,
Yeah,
but most.
the puzzles are bad.
Most puzzles I've ran across
They're bad.
are fucking bad, dude. The fucking like the pacing is terrible in this game, dude. It's fucking horrible, dude. Like you're walking like, and you know, like when you're in like alleyways, there's like a little, you know, little fucking a space for you to slide through. Dude, that takes like 2 minutes, dude, to get. Like, you're like sliding. Your whole crew's like sliding through, and like it takes like 2 to get. You know,
George got something to say about that. George got something to say about that.
That's because the game they load in the game. That's why, bro.
The regular enemies in this game are sponges, dude. There's no point for a regular enemy to fucking like have that much fucking take that much damage, dude. Like I'm gonna be real. I have more of a hard time with the regular enemies than the bosses. I body the bosses.
To be fair, there are different difficulty modes.
True. I'm on normal. I'm just saying, like, I have more of a hard time with the regular enemies than the bosses because I'm just getting jumped like constantly. Like they're just throwing magic spells at you, or if you throw a magic spell at like one of these ghosts later in the game, dude, the fire spell comes right back at you. Like you automatically die. Like.
The only normal boss I have trouble with is the one like when that first side quest you do in Sector 5, and they got like the barrier around them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one.
Still don't know how to fucking do it, bro. But everybody else, like, you learn their weaknesses, so you just body them. But I still don't know how to deal with those things. I'm surprised I beat that side quest.
Like I said, man, it's just so much things about that game that Jay's been in voice chat with me for like the last week. We've been talking about the game a lot, and he says like you sound like disappointed. And I was like, I am, because I'm seeing more negatives than positives.
But you still get a game 8.
Yeah, I'm giving the game an 8.
Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you this. If the game didn't have the Final Fantasy name, what would you get this game?
It'd probably be a worse ratings than what people are giving it.
I think because it has the Final Fantasy moniker, people are giving it a higher review than what it is.
It has not even Final Fantasy. It has Final Fantasy 7 on it.
7, right?
You stamped that 7 on the box. Guess what? It's gonna fucking be higher.
And if it was just a normal RPG, the complaints we having with it, bro, it'd be like a 6. You know what I'm saying? But it got Cloud in it, bro. It got Air.
Yeah, it got characters we know.
You know,
we were talking before, like, Final Fantasy 7 is like the RPG of a generation. Like how Persona 5
is this generation's Final Fantasy 7.
This new generation, bro. So if these kids now are growing up on Persona 5, bro, and 20 years from now, they remake P5, bro, they gonna fucking flip out. You know what I'm saying?
Can y'all ever think of the game that has had to carry such a weight on its shoulders to please both the perspectives of someone like me and someone like Jay, someone who like loves this game, like the OG of it, and also someone who is a modern gamer who hasn't played it before, who wants like the new experience, and they're taking that weight on the. And again, it's not like I'm saying, oh, we need to give like extra love to Square or say, oh, because even I was saying when George was making his points, like, of course there are some errors with the textures on secondary characters. Of course there are some. I can't argue with that.
Doors, bro. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But quick, just real quick, the weight that it's carrying, and granted. Probably we are giving it some extra padding, no pun intended, because it has Final Fantasy, because it has 7 on the box. But I can't think of any game over the past like 10 years or so that's come out that has this much weight to be coming out. And the fact that it does come out and that it is getting these A's from people like Shark and that it's got these reviews. And by the way, I just put that in there. It's going to be the 3rd biggest sales behind Spider-Man and behind God of War in PS4 history in the middle of the coronavirus.
Because it has Final Fantasy 7, bro.
Sales are still sales, bro.
Sales are still sales.
Just if it wasn't a little preface.
If it was Final Fantasy 16, bro, do you think these sales would be like this?
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 had a similar weight to what 7 Remake had, in all fairness. Because people were waiting for that about 13 years.
I know what you're saying, close, but it's not quite the same because 7, they're literally remaking that classic game, whereas Kingdom Hearts 3 that was a continuation of.
Yeah, they're not really trying to appeal to new people. I mean, if
Yeah, Kingdom
was
Hearts
your
3
first
that
game,
was
I am
more for
sorry
people
for
that have
you.
been. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
take
would
back
almost
the-
argue that Resident Evil 2 has a kind of a similar situation going on
Yeah,
for it.
they pulled it
But see,
off.
Resident
though.
Evil 2 I think Resident Evil 2 capitalized on it. They did a perfect. They added just the right amount of new and stuck to the original.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm gonna continue about my thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm gonna say something positive. The characters look fantastic. Cloud, Tifa, Barret, Aerith, Jesse,
Mhm.
Wedge, Biggs, they all look great. You know, they stuck true to their original designs. There might be some, changes here and there, but that doesn't really fucking bother me. The backstory in Avalanche, getting to know them more, was absolutely fantastic. I think that they nailed it, dude, on that. Especially when you actually start to like, and I like Wedge a lot. Actually, I like Wedge and Jesse. Yeah, Biggs was cool. Didn't really care for Biggs. He's still a good character. But
What do you think about the dialogue?
Great, fantastic, great voice
Can,
acting.
can I ask you a question, Prez?
Go ahead.
What did you think of a lot of the Shinra higher-ups, like Heidegger, Scarlet, Hojo, all those guys?
I think they did a great job on them as well. I think bringing these characters to life that never had voices, from the original, I think they nailed it. I think they did an absolutely fantastic job. Like I said, I love the interactions Cloud and Barret have in the beginning of the game. Just like in the original, they're always going at it, fucking talking shit about each other. I think they did a fantastic job on that. I think they did a great job. The combat is fucking awesome. I think it's great. It's like kind of like Kingdom Hearts. It's better than Final Fantasy 15's combat, where it was like slow and like laggy and like
not satisfying whatsoever.
Not satisfying. There is some. I do have some gripes.
You actually have to do things at certain points, which like it was really good. The combat
is fantastic.
I think I have some gripes in the combat. I don't like the camera angles when you're fighting enemies, especially if you get like trapped in a corner or something like that, or like they're running towards you. Like the camera just gets super close on your character. You can't see what's going on. You're getting bodied or you're getting hit by a boss.
I haven't had that issue myself.
I haven't either.
I think the lock-ons. It's happened to me quite a few times. It happened to me on Hell House. I fought Hell House, but Hell House was fantastic. But
spoilers.
oh shit! Nah, that's not right. That's an enemy, dude. Fucking what else? And you just fucking the boss fights.
You talking about lock-on, bro?
The lock-on. I don't like the lock-on target system for me either. Like I don't even click on the right stick, but for some reason it keeps moving to the other enemies while I'm trying to attack one. Or sometimes it'll unlock. It won't lock onto a certain character, and I'll magic on it. Fucking.
I've had that happen.
What the fuck? It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, Midgar being brought up. You know what I mean? Like just Midgar in general looks absolutely fantastic. Especially Sector 6 looks fucking amazing.
Can I say this one more thing, bro? Another gripe that I have, that when you battling, bro, sometimes the NPCs don't do shit, bro.
They don't.
They do anything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If I play as a character, if I switch to Cloud or Barret or Tifa, I can get their ATB gauge up like that. Like one time I just sat in the battle and just played as Cloud, because 9 out of 10 I don't play as Cloud. I either play as Tifa or Barret. And I let Cloud do his thing.
You mean the other characters in battle with you?
Yeah, in battle with you.
It takes so long for them to build their ATB gauge up by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they just stand. Yeah, you got to constantly switch between them. And I feel like that's something like you babysitting essentially. Like, okay, what is Barret doing? Why is Barret behind this thing, not shooting, Brad? Come on, they can't see you.
They're always guarding.
Like Tifa, you are fucking attack god. Get up there and swing on them. Like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Well, I think Tifa's the best character in my opinion, bro. Tifa be fucking.
Yeah, Tifa's fantastic in the original too.
I like Cloud's combat. I think I stick to Cloud.
Cloud's combat, especially.
Bro, I know Tifa, bro, uppercut, bro, and do her dive kick, bro. Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Once they release Vincent, bro, he's gonna be the best character, bro.
Oh, Vincent, yeah.
Spoilers, bro.
I hope they don't keep this like Berserker limit breaks like they had in the original. I hope they do something different with him.
Yeah, I think the combat.
I don't know how to build up limit breaks like that either. It takes so long for you to build them. Like some battles, you get them like that.
Are you staggering a lot?
Yeah, you got to stagger.
I am staggering a lot. That's all I do is stagger.
Did you rate your stagger past 160?
Mine,
No.
I got mine to
I
100.
actually didn't.
I got mine to like 250 one time.
I think right now. Well, it is past 160 actually. So
Yeah,
it
you have to get
still
to it,
seems like
though.
it
You have
takes.
to get
It
it there.
still
You have to
seems
get
like
there.
it takes a while. I don't know how fucking summoning works. Like, is it like a cooldown period between summons? Because some battles they randomly be like, hey, a summon's coming.
It's. I noticed it's mostly boss battles. The summons
It's mostly
come out.
bosses or like special enemies type of thing.
Yeah, some battles will be like, oh, here's a summon, and then the rest of the battles like you don't even see your summon at all.
Mm.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna get
that's
back. I'm gonna get back to
my bad. I'm sorry to interrupt, bro. My bad.
Yeah, since you really interrupted me for like 10 minutes, I'm about to say, But I think the boss fights are amazing. I think they did a fantastic job. So, there was one boss that was kind of too long. Was the Airbuster fight? I think that one was like, dude, that one was like 20 minutes, dude. That was a 20-minute boss
took
fight.
a while.
Yeah, I mean, boss fights shouldn't be that long.
Mm.
I think the boss fights are fantastic. They're a little easy though. They're a little easy. As I said, could you believe that I have a hard time more with the normal enemies than the bosses themselves? I don't know why, but for some reason I get bodied by the normal enemies more than the bosses.
Later on, the bosses get kind of tough.
I've not died to any of the bosses yet.
What chapter are you on?
No,
14.
me either.
I only died to 2 bosses.
Like
Now-
for instance, when
Y'all
you're-
know what it is.
for instance, when you're on the pillar, and I talked to George about this.
Mhm.
There's an area when you're only Cloud, and there's like 3 guys on like propellers, and like 2 soldiers with shotguns, and you're
Yes,
for
bro.
Cloud, and then you're getting, but they're all jumping, like you're blocking, but you're still getting hit by like fucking
The propeller dudes,
Oh,
bro.
you know what I mean? It's just like fucking.
The
I
propeller
fucking
guys.
hate those guys.
Yes,
man.
dude.
The propeller dudes are
Oh,
OP, bro.
I literally just spam grenades at them.
I
Oh,
died 3
bro.
times.
Yeah, you can
to
throw
that,
grenades,
'cause I just kept getting like I would be guarding. They just keep hitting me. I'm just
They
dying.
weak to fire though. They weak to fire.
Oh
though.
yeah, I spammed. I
No,
spammed
Yeah,
fire as well.
all humans are weak to fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all
Propeller guys are
yeah,
weak
yeah.
to-
If you elemental with fire, bro, it just goes way faster.
The propeller guys are weak to win because they stagger automatically.
Yeah, to win as well.
Yeah, arrow, whatever again. But the combat's great. I think the voice acting was really good too. They took a chance by not using the originals from like Having Children, which got a lot of people mad. You know what I mean? Even I was like,
I'm generally okay with the voices in the game. I like Barrett's new voice actor quite a bit.
I think
It
Barrett-
captures
Barrett
more of
did a
his
job.
energy.
I'm gonna be real. Tifa sounds old. Her voice actor, she sounds.
Yeah,
old.
she does.
You have a problem with Tifa's voice acting?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I like Tifa. I think she sounds a little too old. They make her sound like old, and in the
Yeah,
remake.
like she's in her
It's
mid
good,
30s
but
or
it's
some
not
shit.
like-
Yeah, she
it's
does.
not- it's probably my least favorite. Aerith, even though she's annoying, like I have never had a problem with Aerith, but in the remake she's hella annoying. But they did that voice actress did a good job making
that's
her
a shame.
annoying. So
A good job at being annoying.
So I mean, I think
I haven't seen Aerith in any of the videos
Aerith
so
is
far,
good in
so
combat
that's
too.
a
I really like Aerith because she has a lot of SP, and you can literally just do support with her and have Cloud and just start fucking bodying fools and just have her behind,
Just heal.
healing and magic at them, from range and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the game has great combat, amazing voice acting, bringing Midgar to life even more than the original was great. The boss fights are awesome. All the new character designs are great, or how they look now in HD. The Turks look fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Fucking Avalanche. You know what
They
I mean?
jazzed up Reno a lot.
Yeah, Reno looks fucking
Yeah.
rude, sound.
So if the point of the game was to
a
make
new character is
old
awesome too.
fans-
I like Madam M. Madam M's pretty up there.
Madam A.
I like Madam
if-
M.
if the goal of this
but I mean,
Yeah.
if the goal of this remake was to make old hardcore,
it's more of a reboot than a remake of Final
Oh.
Fantasy VII. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
said that was and I said
Especially
the
what we
exact
found
same
out
thing.
yesterday, bro.
We can't even get into that. Dude.
No, we can't. We can't.
Everyone will unsub if we talk about that.
No.
yeah.
It's more of a reboot,
Yeah.
like how I said what Resident Evil 3 was. They didn't really stick true to the original, which I'm fine with. But I feel like with not Resident Evil, I'm talking about Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII Remake, I feel like they changed a lot. Now, I didn't think they were gonna change it this much. I knew they were kind of go, dig more into, the lore of Midgar. But I'm almost done with the game, and whew, my goodness, dude, they changed quite a bit of this story. And
Mhm.
a lot of you guys need to get to that ending. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I accidentally spoiled myself with the ending, looking up some Final Fantasy things on YouTube, and I saw the ending, and man, dude, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, bruh.
It made
Also, the pacing of the game is so slow that
Yeah.
it's not gonna be 3 parts. I think it's gonna be at least 5 parts. They can literally dig into the lore of every
That would be
single
really
major
bad.
big city they go into from here on out. You know, and another problem is like the overworld. Are they gonna get rid of that on the second part? Are they just gonna make you know what I mean? Like freaking, you know how you can
Make it like
travel.
Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, are they gonna get like?
Oh.
Like, I don't
That's an
know.
interesting question. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's one of
I-
the parts of it, like when you venture out into the.
Venture out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You can actually travel.
Yeah, it's like- it's
go
like
back
when
and
you-
forth to each city and stuff like that. Are they getting rid of that?
Yeah,
Oh,
and,
they-
like
they-
it's
You
it'd
know?
be like in Final Fantasy X, where like it's when you get the airship in that game, instead of like actually flying around, you just bring up a fucking menu, and you tell it what city you want to go to.
Yeah.
So
That would be
overall-
very disappointing. Oh my god.
Overall, my view on Final Fantasy VII Remake is just like Resident Evil 3 Remake. It's good for what it is, but for my expectations, it falls a little short. And they're both reboots.
Bro, can we just say that the plot on Tifa is woof?
The plot on Tifa. But that's all I gotta say. I know I went a little too long, but like I said, I love original Final Fantasy VII. It's a little overrated out of all the Final Fantasy games. That doesn't mean it's bad, but it's a little overrated. But you know, someone who's played both and just seeing how they went about this, you know, the remake is a little disappointing. It's not bad, but it is disappointing. And we'll let Richard go. Richard, what about you? I know you played the original too. So
Yeah,
I
so
want you
I'm
to-
kind of the opposite of you. I actually went into this with low expectations.
You did. I remember you
Because Square Enix over the past years has been pretty shit, especially with the Final Fantasy franchise.
saying-
It
Mhm.
hasn't been good in years. So hearing they were remaking FF7, which is a game, it's not my favorite FF game. I like it a lot. My favorite's 9. So I hope they never remake that game.
Just don't even touch it.
Don't even touch it, bro.
And I actually like this game a lot. There are like you said, the pacing's bad. I hate the side quests. We have to go find shit, especially when they don't put the shit on your like little map.
On your mini map, right?
So you know you're looking for these fucking cats, and you just don't know where the hell they are.
Exactly.
Oh,
Pointless
those
side
cats,
quests.
the kids.
But I will say
The cats were easy. The kids were stupid, bro. They just
Man, fuck them kids.
Fuck
Hey, fuck them kids, bro. I haven't talked in like 20. Bro, fuck them kids, bro.
So, Jay, you said you get nothing for doing the side quests. You actually do get something, and I feel like it's something if you haven't played the original or know nothing about FF7, you won't get much out of. But you get character interactions when you do all the side quests in a certain area, like in the first
Certain
part.
ones, not
where-
all.
Okay.
In the first one, but not in
No.
the second area though.
I think you don't you get that scene with Aerith with the flowers.
Yeah, for the second one, for Sector 5.
But is that because you did all the
After that, though, you go back there. And you
Because-
I didn't know
Second
that.
batch of
that
side
scene
I thought
with
that just
Aerith-
happened.
That scene with
You get a
Aerith
second
is-
batch of side quests, bro, and you
is
get nothing.
the scene with Aerith is a discovery quest, which is what you get after doing all the side quests.
Oh, okay.
And in chapter 9,
The first batch
I
of
don't want
side
to
quests,
spoil it because Paul hasn't really done it yet.
Yeah.
But it
You can-
affects.
I mean, I played the game, but I think we're doing spoiler free for the.
Yeah, spoiler free for
Yeah,
the.
it's not. I mean, it's not really a spoiler. I'll just say when you do all the side quests, it does affect something later in that chapter.
Yeah, there are hidden things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as someone who's played FF7 and likes these characters, I liked seeing these interactions between them.
Right.
And then when it comes, I was also not a fan of the combat. When they showed it at E3, I kind of rolled around to it. I do like it, but after playing Kingdom Hearts for so long, whenever they knock me in the air, I keep trying to air recover. And
Oh, air recovery?
happens.
Oh shit.
I fucking hate that.
That rarely happened though in this game. The knocking into air.
I didn't have it get.
I didn't really.
The air
I mean, that
combat
happened.
was
Don't get
bad
me
for the
wrong,
quick.
but
You
not
like-
enough to where I'm like,
What happens when I'm playing as Cloud and I jump up in the air to attack a flying enemy?
oh,
And
fuck the air combat, bro. Fuck.
Because
the air
you're
combat.
whiffing on every hit, dude. When you're in the
I
air.
don't-
Like,
I don't like the air
and
combat.
And they just knock you back down. to
They
the
gotta
ground.
improve that in the next
See, we
one.
need to stop talking about this, bro. Keep bringing up negative. It gets me more and more disappointed, bro. Every time I fucking hear it.
Other than
Like,
that,
fucking-
I really like the world of Midgar, how they put it in this game.
Yeah.
What used to be 2 screens in the original game is now an hour and a half dungeon in this game.
Mhm.
And it's really nice seeing just this world be expanded upon past 5 whole screens.
Right.
And the one thing I was going in, there was one thing that they did well that I was really scared of going in, was I was afraid they're going to mess up Cloud's personality. Because I do not like Advent Children. I think it's very bad, and I really hate Cloud in that game.
Yeah, Advent Children's trash.
You mean the movie?
But yeah,
Movie.
the movie.
Yes.
But going into this game, I'm really glad how they portrayed Cloud. He's just pretty much an asshole, but he slowly comes around.
Yeah, you can tell over the course of the game. Yeah.
He starts to show warmth when he. I mean, it happens pretty early. Meets Aerith. He starts to show his warmth.
It's a certain thing. It's a certain thing that happens when you're on your way to Sector 7 with Aerith that he does. You can tell that he's getting around to
Right.
Which is also why I think they portrayed Aerith this way. They made him They made her a complete stark contrast to Cloud, which is pretty much how he starts to kind of grow a heart, I guess.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't played the games yet, you ain't seen shit when it comes to that. Like it gets if you like what you've seen so far, it gets even better later.
Yes.
Dude, did Fireblast just say he likes Titus over Vaughn?
What?
bro. I like how Paul Duran Titus, bro. I just think that's the funniest shit ever.
Paul Durantitis.
They had
Paul Durantitis.
Oh
bro,
god.
they had to tell me that that's actually how you say it in Titus, bro. But
That's actually how you're supposed to say it. It's Titus.
his name is
yeah.
Titus,
It's
bro.
Titus.
His
Yeah.
name's Titus
Right.
because he's such a bitch, bro. Of course, that would be his name.
He's a fucking bitch. Final Fantasy 10 sucks, bro. It's the most overrated Final Fantasy game in the fucking series, bro.
Oh,
Listen to my
You know,
story.
it's trash.
Oh my god,
Fucking-
bro.
that
It's
whole
Titus.
fucking-
His
that
name is
character
Titus, bro. It's
cast
not
is fucking
Titus, bro.
garbage.
If y'all
fucking
haven't
hate Final
seen that clip of him teaching Yuna how to laugh,
Oh,
God,
bro,
no.
that has been. Oh god.
I'll just end it by saying
Please
this is probably
don't.
the
Please don't. Please don't.
All right.
Captain of
no.
the Zanarkand Ames.
Please don't.
Any last
Please.
words?
Please stop.
Any last words on?
Yeah.
your-
It's bad enough
on
we
your
actually
thoughts?
had to go through that in the game, but please don't.
Please don't do that right now.
Bro, what about Rich? What do you? Any last thoughts on it before? I want to get Clueless because I know Clueless is a pretty big Final Fantasy fan.
I'm just gonna say
He hasn't
this,
played-
this is probably the best Final Fantasy game in the past decade.
That's not.
yeah,
saying-
wow.
I mean,
I know, it's
what
not saying
what
much.
Final Fantasy games came out in the last decade? 15, right?
That's it, bro.
Some
Just
of the
15, bro.
13, isn't it?
This is 15. that was shit was
13.
Wait a
bad.
minute,
No,
no.
did-
What about
did some of the-
14? 14 came out in the last decade.
That
we
was-
don't count
that-
14
that's
because
an
it's an
MMO.
MMO.
And I heard that was
Yeah.
good, so
Did-
I don't want.
did-
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard
want
that's
to talk
good.
any.
That's what I was
I don't
getting
want to talk.
at.
I don't want to
Didn't
talk
some-
about any
didn't
good
some of the,
Final Fantasy
Didn't
games.
some of the 13s come out this decade? Last decade?
13.
Some of them, like
I think
Some of them, like Lightning
13 was
Returns, I think.
Third-
13
Lightning
was
Returns
awful.
came out.
For sure, 13.3 did. I think in the
Yeah.
2010s.
13.
And I
That
had to,
came.
I like
I had
the
to
home-
fight
I
it.
get a lot of people like 13. 13.2 was good. People hate on 13.2 was good. You cannot say 13.2 was bad. 13.2
I heard
was actually
13.2
one of the
was
best.
better than 13. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It is.
13.3.
It's better
That's
than
a
the original.
low bar.
I like
13,
it.
13.1 was just a hallway simulator.
What about Final
Fantasy?
Fantasy?
I could
Hey,
appreciate 13.1 and 2 because at least they had good music. But when they got to 13.3, bro,
Y'all probably about to laugh at me.
Was so bad.
Y'all probably about to laugh
I
at
like
me.
the music. I'll say that.
Crystal Chronicles is trash, Jay.
Listen. Y'all probably about to laugh at me, bro. But shout out to my nigga Julio. Forgive me, bro. World of Final Fantasy Maxima was good.
It's a good game. That's a good one.
See, okay. Hey, we can agree on something, bro. Let's go. World of
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Maxima was pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
But-
Oh yeah, I enjoy World of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really a
I
fun
enjoy
fantasy
World
game.
of Final Fantasy.
That's-
It was almost a Pokemon game.
Yeah, it
but
was just
I
Pokemon.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Pretty much. Yeah. It wasn't actually a Final Fantasy game, but
And Maxima's just a definitive edition. It's just called World Final Fantasy, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, the maximum is
So-
yeah.
Louis, I know you're a pretty big Final Fantasy fan. We've had Final Fantasy talks. I don't want to bring up that debate because I'm gonna have some people slandering the best Final Fantasy game in the series.
Oh yeah, we don't need to do that right now.
We don't want to bring that up. But fucking
We don't want to do
Louis is
that.
a big Final Fantasy fan. I
It's
know you
bad.
haven't played the original, well, not the original, but the old. I can't even talk right now. The remake of Final Fantasy VII, and you love the OG one, and you've heard us talk. Had our complaints and had our positives about it. How do you feel about Final Fantasy VII? Do you think it lived up to hype? It didn't live up to hype to me. It can definitely rebound though from the next one.
Okay. All right. So, oh my God, here we go. So I have to go back to our last podcast where me and Jay got into the argument where I defended. I was just like, if it's it's reasonable if that 60 hours was worth it because that's the original intention of what they had for Midgar, but couldn't do it because of limitations.
It's not even 60 hours.
You don't even have what's the excuse now? Because your main story is basically 15 hours.
Yeah, around there.
If you grind all the way if you just go right through it. With side questing, you're gonna hit 25 to 30.
Oh, I'm almost
The
at
side
30 and I'm on
quest-
chapter 14, so
You're taking your time, bro.
That's a side quest and shit.
Like,
That's what he said.
but my whole thing is there's a good and a bad way to do side quests. And from what I've seen during y'all streams, it's the bad fucking way.
It's the really bad way, bro.
You've probably seen me too in the back.
That's like,
the really bad way.
collecting
I mean,
cats, dog.
and
That's all
even
I'm
George
saying.
said this, and George put it almost into a technical way. All those points where you're walking, that's because the game is fucking loading.
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
it is.
So much loading. So much loading in this game, bro. And don't get me wrong, I'm surprised they got this game running on OG PS4, but this game I think should have been on PS5. So they didn't. So they didn't have to do.
So it was graphic. It was limitations again because you have
The
this
hardware.
game that looks like a
the
graphics,
hardware.
a
Exactly.
graphics fucking monster,
Yeah.
and they literally have to force you to walk or not explore at some points
Yeah.
because they have to let the environment load.
So like the character models look great, like the main characters and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like-
yeah.
but, like the textures, like of the flowers, the doors,
Oh,
like just
the
George-
flowers look like
Hey,
garbage,
but
bro.
George also said that this game will definitely benefit from a PS5 version because all they talk about is the PS5 is the load times. The load times gonna be way faster, way
Or it's
faster.
a solid state drive, yeah.
So I think a PS5 version of this game is way better. Less walking, you know what I'm saying? More, hey, you can just go there right now. Like
But
because
but
when I go back to open
Part
world,
2 definitely, I think, will benefit.
I
from
go back. I'm a Switch bitch, so I go to Breath of the Wild, bro. I can literally, as soon as you walk out that cave, bro, everywhere I see, I can go. And the PS4, this game is so big, looks so good, but you're telling me I can't go certain places because the game hasn't loaded it yet.
I mean, but not every game needs to be open world though.
But-
Yeah, of course, of
No,
course.
no, no. I mean,
But-
if the
But the original 7 was open world. What do you
But I
mean?
mean,
Why
I mean,
couldn't
not
it be?
Midgar though. Midgar
no.
Midgar
is
wasn't
pretty
open
linear.
world because of
Even-
limitations. That's the conversation that we've already had about this. So
Well,
you
we don't-
want to talk about the fact that we couldn't do anything about Midgar because of the limitations of the PS1. And then we get on the PS4, you're developing this game for 5
20
years.
years later,
6
20 years later,
7
same
years. This huge
I mean-
development schedule. You put it at $60, and then there's no like real exploration unless you have to just go do a bunch of
really.
walking for what's worth it. A side quest that's not getting you shit. Why?
Let them know, bro.
It's because with this game, they really tried to make it more of a cinematic experience.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
But I
That's
mean,
what
I
they
don't
said
mind the
about
Gotta
this.
have that cinematic 30 frames per second.
So if that's the
They-
case,
here's the thing
why
about
did
this, though.
they just
Railroad
why did Square
you
Enix just
everywhere
say
in
we're
this
working
game."
with Naughty Dog on this and we're just gonna make this bitch almost Uncharted?
I mean, I don't mind the cinematics. I think the cinematics look beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
we,
for sure.
But we know the original, for Midgar at least, was very linear. So I mean, Midgar
But
is
like
linear.
he said, like
But
it was,
that was
it's
the
just
whole.
like-
This is the whole point of the argument.
Exactly.
Midgar
Yeah,
was
it was to
linear
explore
in
more
the
Midgar.
PS1 because that's what they could do. They had the opportunity to really expand what Midgar is. And what
And
was
I
your
feel like
expansion,
I
bro?
feel like they have. I feel like they have.
What was your expansion, bro? To be the neighborhood watch? Fuck out of here, bro! You can't tell me that being the neighborhood watch was worth it from the transition over the PS1 to the PS4, bro. You're absolutely bullshitting me if you think that's the case.
Can I expand on what you're saying, Steve?
oh shit, bro.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Paul. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
I think during their development, they realized based on their technological constraints, because they had similar technological constraints with their development in the OG FF7, because they decided to switch to CD-ROM from cartridges. I think they figured out during the development of the Final Fantasy VII Remake that they could not do open world with what they have right now. And
But I
think
mean,
to do
it
PS5
is a-
with the
That's
open world.
why I think on PS5 for part 2, I think it can work. I think open world can work.
I
on
think it'll be
PS5.
better
Here's the
too.
thing, though. Here's
I
the
think
thing,
it'll be better too.
Here's the thing though about that. Are they gonna bring back the overworld to explore
I think they could.
the world of Final Fantasy VII?
If
I don't know if they.
don't-
I don't know if
this
they
hard.
game
can.
is a failure.
It's in
If they don't,
cards.
this game is a
It's in
failure.
cards. They can't do it. I'm telling you right now, dude.
Maybe half though.
You're gonna get a whole fucking 30-hour game on fucking Cosmo Canyon. Watch, I'm telling you right now, dude. Like I said,
Oh my god! Fucking kill me now if that happens.
No, I'm telling you right now, bro. The more, like I said, it's good for what it is. I just can't see.
I'd
What they're gonna
hesitate to
do.
call it a failure, but I'm pretty
No,
much with
it's-
you.
I don't
Steve. I'd
think
be
it's
saying,
a
no,
failure.
I'm with you.
I'm
with
not-
you,
it's-
Steve. I'm with
It's
you.
not the fact that it's a failure. Like that's not what I'm
It's
coming
not a-
Because I'd be
across here.
sad. I'd be sad.
But it's for in regards to what the title of our fucking podcast is, worth the wait.
Mm,
It wasn't for me. At
Was
least.
it in regards to
No.
being worth the wait?
No.
We were supposed to get this whole big experience of
Can I go-
Midgar.
Can I say something real quick?
yeah.
Like, okay, I remember somebody who never played it, bro. Listening to Prez, George, and Cluis tell me about this game, bro. I thought this bitch was supposed to be an open world monster, bro. They was like, bro, Midgar, bro, you're gonna be able to explore Midgar. So when you put that in my head, I'm like, bro, so I've seen pictures of it, like in the trailers.
Yeah.
Of, bro, you telling me I'm gonna be able to walk all the way over there, bro, or walk all the way over here, or like drive over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
damn. And then when you get to it and you open the map, bro, it's literally little ass pathways you have to take to get to this pathway. This path, you can't go in here unless you do this side quest, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? You do side quests to unlock the map. But if it wasn't for me making that mistake when I got to Sector 6 and going the wrong way, I would have never realized, like, hey, you can actually walk back to Sector 5 if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized fucking bitch ass Aerith fucking made you go this way when you could have went this way. The easier way,
Yeah.
but she's about that
That's
way
what-
was this way.
That's one thing I like shouted out during my stream was, well, Eris isn't letting me go that way. Fuck. Like
Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They
So,
do
I
it
mean,
to drag the
I
game
thought you
on.
couldn't go that way because the Shinra soldiers were down that way.
Oh, great! The Shinra soldiers. too.
Yeah,
So
I
we can
can't
fight
just whoop their ass.
I know, right? We've been
Exactly.
whooping their asses
Come
whole
on.
Don't you have a
man.
fucking
Like
Buster
I said-
store? Don't you have a
and like I
fucking
said,
Buster
Don't you
store?
cloud, cuz?
So with that
Goddamn,
being
man.
said, it's not that. It's literally a linear game, a beautiful game.
Yeah.
It is, but some areas, let's say, when you get to the top, when you at the top, and you overlooking the different sectors, bro, it looks terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The textures look bad.
Like,
Yeah, the
bro,
backdrop?
When you're on
Oh,
top of
yeah.
the place,
Prez, y'all
The
make
fucking
fun of me.
JPEG that
Y'all-
they just put
Y'all
on.
make,
Yeah,
bro,
I thought that was like a
yeah,
reference to
bro.
the PS1 version, bro.
Y'all make fun of me for liking
It was
Switch
the
games,
PS1
bro.
version.
And y'all like, when I play PS4
Yeah.
games, I expect them to look a certain way, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Here's the
that
thing, though.
looks
But here's
like
the
a
thing, though.
Switch
Here's the thing,
factory,
though.
bro. Like, come on.
Final Fantasy VII looks better than any Switch game, to be honest with you.
It
Even with the
should.
problem.
It should,
Yeah.
bro.
Good. That, like, that's
And
So,
then-
but here's the deal, though.
saying
It
that
looks-
like it's
That's not a
It
big
looked good.
accomplishment.
Another thing, bro. Another thing,
good.
it absolutely should. Why are
Another
why would
thing,
we were
bro.
going
Here's the thing, though.
something on the
Final
point of
Fantasy
it
VII
being
Remake has-
groundbreaking? Like,
Hey,
okay,
let
a
me talk,
PS4 is literally triple the size,
let me
triple
talk.
the
Hey,
power.
Hey,
talk,
Paul,
let me
did you
talk
know
quick.
that FF7 also
Final-
runs better than Switch games?
Woo!
Hey, can
Here's
I
the
say
thing, though.
something?
Let me
Does it
let me
run
talk
better
this.
than Breath of the Wild? Because I don't have to walk around in Breath of the Wild, so you just bullshit it.
Can I say something?
Damn, bro.
Here's the thing, though. At least Final Fantasy VII Remake doesn't have frame drops in fucking open
Oh,
world.
hey,
Oh,
Tyler.
Oh yeah,
I love Breath of the Wild, and I
drops
love Breath of the Wild.
because literally 5 hours of my game I'm walking while the game is loading, and my game is only 20 hours long. Damn right, I'm not gonna have frame drops because that's all I have to focus on is the cinematics of me walking for 5 hours.
I'm just gonna say,
In Breath of the Wild,
Oh,
I have to walk out of that
oh,
cave.
I'm just gonna say this: Final Fantasy VII, it does look like a good game. It definitely has its problems graphical wise, but it still looks better than every single Switch game on that console.
Why is that a comparison? It's the
Exactly.
PS4 to a Switch, of course. It should.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, though. No, but Jay was saying, like, oh, I'm a Switch bitch, and I
Okay,
Yeah, but
but
what
look
else
at
can I
it.
say?
Look at how good Breath of the Wild looked, even with frame rate drops. And then you talk about this big name project that people have been waiting on for 20 years that had millions in development costs, and we have fucking JPEG images in the back for a game that's not that long? Fuck out of here! No, absolutely not, bro.
Hey, hey, can I say
Absolutely
something?
not, bro.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Tyner. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's another concern that I have for the future of the game as well. One of the things that I noticed, like with some, like I said, I've been like hopping around, like looking at different people's, kind of going out of order, not really like, But one of the things that I saw was like, oh shit, this guy already has Leviathan. That's a material that you got like damn near halfway through the game, the original. And I've also seen people cast like Blizzaga, Firaga, and stuff like that.
The more
And
you-
like, and I'm just, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I was thinking at some point, it's just like, oh man, like maybe, progress, like character progress would transfer from game to game. And now I'm looking at that's like, that obviously can't be the case.
Exactly.
So there's two paths they could go down. They could either be like, here's the same game again, rebuild your character from scratch. Are we going to really want to do that? Like,
That's another
2,
thing,
3,
bro.
4,
That's
5
what
more
I
times?
brought up initially. That's what I brought up the other
Have
day.
to start from scratch from 7 games, bro.
Exact. That's what I was saying, bro.
And there's
Like,
also another path they could go down. Are they gonna fucking like change this like good battle system? Like, are they gonna change the gameplay to like make it
The
not
summons
feel
look
like the same
fantastic in the
game
game.
over and over
The
again?
summons do look crazy,
The
bro.
summons look
Especially,
fucking
I played
fantastic.
what I tell you, bro.
That was the best
I
thing
found
ever
this-
created.
I found out last night. You would never guess, and I'm shocked that he's actually in this game. You would never guess what summon is the last summon you can get in the first final.
Don't fucking tell us.
Don't spoil it, bro.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but when I heard who it was, I was like,
Oh my god, don't tell us.
"Really?" I was
Yeah.
like,
It's Gilgamesh now.
Look,
If he doesn't have it, he has one summon.
I'm
right now.
coming from Final Fantasy X, bro.
I actually have 3 now.
Oh,
But
you
I'm
got
coming,
three?
I'm coming from Final Fantasy X, and I'm playing like I'm summoning with Yuna and shit. And Ifrit, bro, from Final Fantasy X to fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake, bro,
Ifrit looks awesome.
looks
Ifrit, yeah.
amazing.
Wait,
bro. I
wait,
can
He's
only
a
imagine-
staple. He's a classic.
I only have two.
No Ramu though.
I only have two.
Ramu's
Only have two
Shiva.
summons. But is Ixion in the game?
No.
That's actually another thing I wanted to
summons.
touch on.
Leviathan, it's
What is it with modern Final Fantasy games? Like, you don't have full control over summons.
I mean,
I
in
don't
original
know.
Final Fantasy games, it's just like
I
an
said-
candy animation that shows up, and
I said the modern Final Fantasy games, you don't
Yeah,
really have control of them.
In
I'm
this
not talking
one-
about. I'm not talking about the fact that when you just summon them and they do their thing. That's not what I mean. I'm
in
not
this-
actual
in-
control, but I mean like. And I've even seen this when it happened in 15. When in 15, the summons were like RNG, and it only came around bosses. And it seems like 7 is
It's
the
the same
same
way.
fucking
It's the same.
thing.
It's the same.
Why? You have this big thing that was such a staple in 7. Summons were so big in 7. The cinematics were beautiful. It was amazing.
oh,
And it was all at your control. And
look
now it's
fantastic.
just at this point where it's just like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe I gotta wait to use the summon until there's a boss. Why?
I don't know, bro.
okay.
Game's still good though.
Game looks great.
Maybe to
There's
build
the-
up suspense.
Like there's
bosses.
glaring issues
This
when
is
it comes
issues
to
with
this
the game. That's
game.
all.
Sorry, guys, I
That
have to be right back.
Go ahead,
Tyner, don't come back, bro.
Don't ever come
Like,
back.
look, like I want
come
Leviathan. I
back.
heard Leviathan is kind of hard to get. From what I hear, you have to do those stupid. was it
Ooh, the
chat
last
requests?
the
The
last
battle
one,
intel.
the last
Yeah.
one that you get is super hard, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's crazy. But like I said, I would tell you guys if you guys want to know what the last summon you can get in the
I
remake
don't.
is.
Don't
but-
tell me, bro. I don't want to know either.
Yeah, but just put it this way. it's
Jay,
fucking
you can't get him anyway, bro.
I'm plan
that
on
right
playing again, bro. I plan on playing it a second time.
You are
Oh,
not
okay.
playing, Jay. No, you're
I
not.
will. I will.
Damn, when are you gonna play P5R, bro? What the
Exactly, dude.
Tonight, bro, I'm streaming it. Remember? You forgot?
Oh shit.
I'll see it when I believe it.
Shit,
What time
bro.
are you streaming, bro?
Yeah.
Like probably like I'm gonna cook. My girl's mad at me, bro. I was supposed to cook like 2 hours ago.
Hopefully your stream will go a lot better than mine, bro.
So he's not streaming tonight, basically.
I just gotta cook ground chicken, bro. That's it. I'm making her nachos.
My overall score for Final Fantasy VII Remake is it's an 8 out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
It's good for what it is. It falls short of my expectations, but like I said, it's a good game. It's just not what I wanted, I guess.
It's just not as good as we wanted it to
Not-
be.
I'm just
There
happy
is still
Just like-
some
just
good
like-
to be had with this game, I'm sure.
I'm happy Paul's happy. That's all. I'm happy
Yeah,
that Paul's happy.
And if Paul likes it, that's fucking great. And then he's more of a Final Fantasy fan than me. So I mean,
I'm telling you, bro. If you like those ladders, bro, it's a ladder that's like cut in half.
There's like ladders.
The ladder that's cut in half. The ladder that's cut in half, Paul, bro. Oh my god. And
Damn.
they
So
got
I-
something that's like painted orange, bro. Watch that
So
shit.
I have a proposal to you guys.
Mhm.
What's
I want
up?
everyone in here, or except maybe William, because William doesn't play PS4. But, I mean, I want everyone in here to beat Final Fantasy VII Remake sometime soon, and maybe we can do an episode.
The
Mhm.
spoilers.
A spoiler episode?
A special spoiler episode of the Disrespected podcast, because, like I said, I accidentally spoiled myself. I'm almost done with the game. I spoiled it. I am shocked what they did with the ending. Like, I'm not gonna skip too much. I'm just gonna say I know there's some big Final Fantasy fans in here. I need to see you guys play it and let me
TG.
know. what
Yo,
you
after
guys
this
think.
press, I need you to tell me about that whole Avalanche thing we was talking about.
Yeah, I can tell you about that.
In regards to how you feel about that. It's not who you thought it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can talk about that. But like I said, I need to hear what you guys think about that ending. Cause
I think that'd be cool.
I don't even know if I'm using this word right, but I was flabbergasted
Yeah,
when
it
I
made
found out.
press
But
it use
I
white
was
words, bro.
floored, dude. I was like,
Use white words, bro. Flabbergasted.
I know. That's what I said. I said,
I was exasperated.
I was perplexed, bro.
Ask George. I said the same exact thing. I was like, I don't use white words. Flabbergasted right now. I don't even think I'm using it right
what's
now.
what's white about flabbergasted? The fuck?
Shut up, Tyner.
Oh,
Shut up,
of course, Tyner, you would say that, bro.
But I want to see Clueless too. I want to see Clueless's reaction.
Yeah, Clueless,
to
you
this.
as well,
Because,
bro.
and it's funny because George kept mentioning, he's like, oh, so what happens after Midgard in the original? I was like, pretty much just leave. They go, they start
just
exploring.
go and just leave.
And then
You
he
dip
was
out.
like,
Like, I
and
got
then-
places to be.
yeah.
You
And
can
then
see other-
when I found out about what happens at the ending, George was like, that's why I kept asking it. I was like, this is, I was like,
completely
like-
different, bro.
I was like, what? I was like, this can't fucking be. Like, oh, I'm like, bro. That's what I kept saying, dude. With these next couple of parts, bro. What are they gonna do with this, dude?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Yo, shout outs to the Trials of the Cold Steel demo. That shit is actually.
Told you, great game. But that's it.
The
That's it.
game's got it. From what I've experienced through y'all and what I've seen streamers do, I gotta give it a 7, and that's just because of the graphics monster.
That's just you never played it. You haven't played it too.
Yeah,
I think,
but-
I'm at an
if
8,
you
bro.
see
Yeah,
the end-
I'm
I
at a
think
solid 8. Solid
I give it
8.
an 8 too. 'Cause
I had a lot of
it's-
fun
it's-
playing it, but there's
The boss battles are great.
Bro,
Yeah, like I said,
yeah,
bringing
now that
the
you say that, bro,
characters
I was talking about playing it again. I more so play the original than
play the
replay
original.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
play
do
the
it.
original also, so I can know like what changed.
You're gonna see how much, like, you're gonna
So I
see
can-
how much more what you're actually supposed to see in regards to
gonna
the.
say-
Yeah, exactly.
All I'm
That's
gonna say
I want to
Like,
see the
but
comparison.
you're not gonna like. You're gonna see like how little Midgar was. in
Yeah,
regards to the
Midgar is
PvE.
literally like a 3
But
hour.
Midgar
it's like
wasn't.
2 screens.
Midgar wasn't really super
It's not two screens. What-
to it, pretty much like but Midgar really wasn't that important in hindsight to everything that ends up going on. So
I think
we'll see.
I think Final Fantasy fans who big Final Fantasy 7 fans especially
You see how much it is on Switch right now.
will cry
Like
when
$20,
they
I
see the
think.
ending of the remake, bro.
I
That's all
refuse
I'm gonna
to
say.
pay $20 for that game, bro.
Fucking, I'll leave it
It's
at
Final
that.
Fantasy
Mhm.
7.
You know, we talked about every character, but we didn't say how good Sephiroth looked. in
Sephiroth
this
looks
game.
amazing.
Yeah,
He's
all the
fucking
characters look
awesome,
great.
dude.
Sephiroth looked
Awesome.
amazing. Yeah, Sephiroth. Yeah.
He's amazing. We don't even
I
have to talk about
expected
it.
him to look
Yeah,
good. They
there's a
made him
reason
look
why
good
they
in
make him- they
Advent
made him-
Children. Like,
Yeah.
of course,
Hey,
they
I
made
wanna
him.
say, bro,
They made him look good in Crisis Core. Did you expect
Hey,
him to
I
change
wanna
up
say, bro,
how
my
he looked?
My
Like,
man's is
Only
compensating.
for Enix, yes.
My man's is compensating for something. That's all I'm saying.
bro, are you calling Sephiroth gay, bro?
No, I'm calling him a little dick ass nigga. That's what I'm calling him.
Oh shit!
I got one last thing to say. And I'm y'all know I'm a teacher, so I have to. Silu mentioned I might be going on nostalgia. Nostalgia comes from two Greek words: homecoming. Nostos meaning homecoming, and algos meaning pain and ache. So maybe there's a bit of pain and ache and a longing for the past when it comes to wanting Final Fantasy VII Remake to do some things that maybe it isn't doing. But as I said before, Shark mentioned how much Resident Evil 2 means to him. I'll never forget how much the OG Final Fantasy VII means to me. So I hold the bias with as much pride as I can. And when I say that it's my favorite game of all time, it's my favorite game of all time for its storytelling, for its combat, for what it's meant to me as a gamer. And I asking, was it worth the wait? Yeah, it's worth the wait because seeing things like Aerith's house and the intro cutscene in the real-time modern era graphics, I mean, shit, I'll never forget that. So flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted.
I'm flabbergasted.
So I don't know if I'll give it an 8.5 or a 9. I guess I'm between those two. I got to finish it first, but I mean, was it worth the wait? Fuck yeah, it was worth.
Well said.
When you beat the game, bro, would you come back to the podcast?
Oh yeah. Tell us what you think. Yeah, tell us what you think.
I'd love to come back to the podcast. This is a lot of fun.
I appreciate that.
Hey.
I really want to see.
It's just me yelling, bro. That's what I do.
It's just me yelling.
Yo, me and Clue ain't even argue today, bro. Good. It's pretty clutch, bro.
Y'all didn't argue last week. So the 2 weeks ago. So
I think we did actually.
Yeah, we did. We argue every time we on this, bro.
I think when you guys do
Thank you,
Final
Lopez.
Fantasy 7, Paul? Are you a purist when it comes to Final Fantasy 7? Like, are you
What do you mean?
purist as in like
Purist.
you wanted to like stick to the original? You don't mind a few changes here and there, as long as it's not like super drastic changes.
I didn't want it to just be like a full blown like just a copy paste. Exactly. I wanted to be some new elements, but I also wanted to re-experience some of the like Cloud jumping off the train and going back there, seeing Aerith's house, or some of the great events that happened in the first game. I wanted to re-experience in the modern era. So I guess a little bit of both to answer your
We'll
question.
talk about Final Fantasy 5th Pocket Edition next week too, as well. So,
Pocket edition, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't want to play the regular.
Well, let us find out. Jay actually bought that, bro, on Switch.
I've been hell hours.
But yeah,
Damn.
I have a question now. Quick
Mm.
question before we end it. What is Game of the Year 2020 so far?
Probably Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah.
Facts.
It might be
Yeah.
Trials of Mana. Just saying.
Shut up.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not good.
we're just saying no right now, Tyner. We're just
I don't-
saying no.
And no, in the games. Okay, Tyner, in the games that have come out right now, not the ones that haven't.
Even if Trials of Mana was out, right?
It's not.
It's still
Final
not.
Fantasy 7 remake will be better. It's all automatically better.
And I loved the original Secret of Mana. So and coming just comparing that next to Persona, it's a generation changing game. It's not better, bro.
My original
just
pick
put
was
it that way.
my original pick is Resident Evil 3 remake. I definitely don't see that.
You know that's a
It's-
fucking lie, bro.
It's not even my Game of the Year 2020.
Yeah,
Persona 5 Royal.
right now it's Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 5 Royal.
It has to be.
I'm telling you guys.
But can
I'm
a definitive edition of a game
It's obviously it's not gonna count, but
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna count that for me. I'm gonna say Doom Eternal just because I don't count Persona 5
I'm gonna
Royal.
count. Okay, we're not fucking VGAs, Video Game Awards. We're us, we're Disrespected Podcast. So we're gonna count definitive editions, remakes, and stuff like that. It's Persona 5 Royal.
All right. Well, in that
Right
case,
now-
I'm gonna say Doom Eternal because I haven't played P5R.
Okay.
I'll say P5R.
I'm gonna say
You were
I
the
haven't
one
played
that
enough
put
of P5R yet.
So you were the one that put Prez on P5 on
Exactly.
Persona, and then you haven't played it.
Because I literally bought it. I literally bought the copy I'm gonna play because I'm not opening my special edition the same day I bought FF7R, and I want to play FF7R more because it's more of a different game than P5R is to the regular P5.
Oh man,
You should be playing P5, bro.
I think so, but Richard takes forever to play games. He took fucking 2 years to play Breath.
He doesn't take forever to play Sonic.
Well, that is true.
That's
That
because
is.
the game's only 2 hours long.
Oof.
But
They should be only 2 hours long, bro.
I love
Could they be
JRPGs.
even shorter than that?
I love JRPGs
what?
and RPGs, but I'm not a big fan of replaying them because they're very time consuming.
Oh yeah, you gotta commit.
Unless you derail, bro.
Oh,
You
derail,
Derail's
man,
fucking
man.
insane though.
Bro.
People-
Derail goes all in, bro. I don't know.
But
Zero get his fucking money's worth, bro.
it says a lot when someone like me can get pulled back in to a fucking 150 plus hour game and absolutely fall in love with it even more than the original. Persona 5 Royal is fantastic, and everyone know I've mentioned it many times before that Skies of Arcadia Legends has been my favorite JRPG since 2002 when I played on the GameCube. Got it for my birthday. Still got the original copy I got for my birthday. Persona 5 Royal, now my favorite JRPG of all time. And to me, is the best JRPG/RPG of all time, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a big. There's
I'm
it's a
sorry.
big pass, and
I
I'm telling you,
can't.
it's a
I
big
can't
pass
take.
for
I
now.
can't do
It's a
it
big
away
pass,
from
bro. I am telling you right
from
fucking
Chrono
now.
Trigger. From
Thank you,
seriously,
Silu.
Chrono
Thank
Trigger
you,
to me,
Silu,
at least, bro.
Come on,
for
man.
mentioning Chrono Trigger. Thank
Come
you.
on, bro.
Better than Chrono Trigger, bro. I am
Oh
telling you
my-
right
Oh my
now.
god!
I
Hey,
love
tune in
I
next
love
week,
Chrono
Bro,
Trigger.
you're getting beat out of the DC, bro. That's it, bro.
You're getting beat
All
out.
right, guys, the founder is-
Bro, I'm
I'm
done
being
with
peace.
this shit. I'm done with y'all
I'm
hot
being
fucking
peace.
takes, y'all hot trash ass takes, y'all fucking swamp booty ass takes. I'm done. I'm sick of y'all.
Disrespected
You,
podcast.
Tyler, Richard, y'all gone, bro. Don't come back.
What the fuck? I also think Chrono Trigger should be. What the fuck, dude?
Hey,
Like I
this
said, bro,
goes back
hey,
to your take on Final Fantasy VIII, Tyner. So
it's my opinion, and I said, bro, like Skies of Arcadia Legends was my favorite JRPG of all time for a very long time. But I'm telling you right now, bro.
Skies of
Persona 5
Arcadia
Royal.
isn't even better than Chrono Trigger, but then you say that P5R is better than Chrono Trigger?
It is. To me, to my opinion, it is. It's a fucking absolutely fantastic game. And
maybe it's a little bit of recency bias there. You know?
No,
what I'm saying?
it's not, bro.
there
It's
is.
fucking not, bro. It's not recency bias, bro. How much time have we praised Persona 5?
I love Persona 5 too, though. So it's one of
So,
my
I mean-
favorite games of all time.
And I'm gonna say this right now too. Atlas bought one JRPG game out in the last 5, 6, 7 years, and
Mhm.
absolutely shitted on every single Square Enix RPG that came out in the last 5 or 6 years.
Damn.
One game shit
You're right.
on 5 or 6 games, just like that, dude. Final Fantasy VII.
Hey,
Remake,
tune in
Kingdom
next week.
Hearts 3.
Hey, tune in next week. We fly into each other, bro. We actually throwing hands.
Send me to Brandon's house immediately, bro.
Hey, I'm
We
just
just
being
gonna have a
honest, bro.
camera. We just gonna have a camera in the corner. Just every
We
time
jump-
Spice says some
We
shit,
jumping the shit out of Prez, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know
Every
I'm
time
swinging,
Spice
bro.
says some
Come on,
shit.
bro.
Like,
Hey, bro, you can swing all you want to, bro. We gonna hold your ass down and whoop your ass, bro.
Even I have a chance to punch Prez for once.
But fuck you. Like I said, it's my opinion.
Hmm.
But I'm telling you, though, that it's hard, especially for like JRPGs, to have me replay something like that because it's so time consuming. But bro, P5R adds so much more content,
Mhm.
quality of life changes that made P5, the original P5, a little annoying at times with the battle system and the reloading of ammo and stuff like that, and just makes it better. It's hard for a game to do that, especially with Definitive Edition, because people are so, especially since it's so recent.
Paul, have you played Persona 5?
Yes. Not the P5R, but I played Persona 5.
Is the original Persona 5 better than Final Fantasy?
No.
There it is.
Nor is,
Alright,
nor is
guys.
it better.
Honestly,
nor is it
I
better
would
than-
get ended on that.
honestly,
Yeah, your favorite
I
Final
played
Fantasy is the
original
Chronicle.
P5, bro, and I would put 3 houses over.
P5R,
Wow.
P5R.
Hey, that's not fair, bro. That's not fair, bro. They both great games.
P5R is better than 3 houses.
But
I
I'm
love
just
3
saying,
houses.
in all fairness, I would
It's
put 3
subjective.
houses over OG P5. And when I play P5R, I'm thinking I'm still gonna say 3 houses, bro.
It's subjective,
That's fine.
bro. It's subjective.
That's
It's
fine. Like I
subjective.
They're
said,
the same type of game. How is that subjective?
Well, I mean, they're different. I mean, one's a strategy RPG,
One
another is
strategy
a
and one
regular.
turn-based.
But they both
Yeah,
they both
I'd
have
agree
the
with
same
George
kind
on
of
that.
elements, though.
But the gameplay is different, though. The
But
gameplay,
you do
how you
realize,
play
you know,
the game is different.
you do realize, you know, 3 houses inspiration from, right? With the school
I'm
thing, right?
fully aware of that, and I think 3 houses capitalize on it.
I love 3 houses. 3 houses is fucking absolutely fantastic game.
Again, Persona 5 takes over the top.
So let me
it's
ask you
just
this: Do
Persona.
you
It's
think that P5R will get player's choice when we come up to the next VGA? Like 3
Probably.
houses.
good, but
did.
I mean, it's a definitive edition. They don't count definitive editions.
Yeah, and we don't even know if Last of Us 2 is still coming out, which I think is getting pushed back to next year. Last of Us 2.
Most likely, yeah. Most likely.
Like I said, you guys don't have to agree with my opinions. Yeah, I know you guys think it's trash, but like I said, bro, P5R and D-Row, but D-Row has beat regular Persona 5 and P5R like a bunch of fucking million times. He
Bro,
can vouch
he's
for it.
literally almost
It's
done with his
absolute-
second
It's
playthrough,
an
bro.
I know
absolutely
this
fantastic
second
game.
playthrough on safe mode, bro. That's crazy.
It's an absolutely fucking fantastic game. P5, original P5 and P5R is better than 3 houses, and you guys know
So,
you
3
were
houses
crazy,
so
bro.
very high. bro.
I'm willing to work with you on the fact that I haven't played Royal yet. That Royal could be better, but original P5 better than 3 houses? I don't think
It
so,
is, bro. And
No,
then,
I
and
I
you guys
don't
know
think
I
so,
love
bro.
That's
Three
his
Houses.
opinion, Clueless.
I don't think
Why,
so,
why is
bro.
it?
It's subjective, bro.
It's a
Yeah,
Fuck
it's subjective, yeah.
Clues, go ham.
Like, this was my first. Damn, go ahead, fuck it, go nuts. Go nuts, bro. Tell a nigga, fuck the fuck
So let
talking
me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. What's better, Chrono Trigger or 3 houses?
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Well,
It's
you asked
subjective,
that
right?
question like you was expecting me to say
It-
3
it's-
houses, bro.
I mean, I thought you were.
You know what?
I mean,
He really did.
He really did.
He really did, bro. He really
This
did,
nigga
bro.
actually tries
Really
me,
did.
bro. You see this nigga actually, bro, he does this shit all the time, bro. Don't try. I'm not dumb, bro. Jesus.
Hey, I gotta ask though.
God damn, bro. This
Hey, I
nigga
gotta
really
ask,
thought
though.
I was that dumb, bro.
I mean,
Come
bro.
on,
Hell no, bro.
I'm sorry. I thought you were gay, bro. I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna bring gay.
Y'all niggas.
No, but
God
like I
damn,
said,
bro.
it's my opinion. I know there's a bunch of huge hardcore Chrono. I love Chrono Trigger. I played the Super Nintendo one. I never beat the Super Nintendo one. I beat the DS one though, because I was old enough to have the DS one. So I do like Chrono Trigger.
I think it was just a direct port anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't think Clueless was that much of a big fan of Chrono Trigger. You know?
Can we
I
just
thought
say
Chrono
that
Trigger's a
they
good
all,
save
Literally,
thing,
they
Fuck
all are
Literally, Chrono
They
Trigger is
all are
great,
great.
but you know that my favorite JRPG of all time is Legend of the Dragoon.
That's
bro.
what I was gonna say.
Oh, Legend of Dragoon.
That's what I'm saying. Legend of the Dragoon's your favorite, so I didn't think you were gonna hold Chrono Trigger like that high next to Chrono
Oh no,
Trigger.
Chrono! If it's 1 and 2, there's no like, and the only reason why Legend of Dragoon is 1 for me is probably more of a bias and more of a nostalgia kind of thing for me, because people will probably make the argument that there is no better RPG than Chrono Trigger. But
Chrono
I will
Trigger's number 1 for me, followed by Earthbound.
pull up
Mm.
Earthbound. If you don't get
Hell
your
yeah,
get
get the fuck out of here, bro. I will fucking, I will fucking swing on you, dude.
No,
I will fucking punch you in your
You're done,
dumb
bro.
face
No.
if you say shit about Earthbound. Fuck you.
Done, bro. That's it, bro. Mute this nigga right now, bro.
No, hell no.
Like your
I'm not
Earthbound,
fucking
guess
shit
what?
on
You're
Earthbound.
gonna
Right
be
now,
on
bro.
20 more years.
Mute him right now, bro.
Oh, man.
This nigga said Earthbound. Fuck out of here.
Earthbound, man.
Oh, shut your face.
Earthbound.
Fuck you.
Man, fuck
bro.
Earthbound and fuck Ness, bro.
Yeah, fuck NES players too.
I'm gonna PK fire your ass out of this chat.
Oh my god.
That's it, bro. Hey, this was lit. Hey, this was fun, bro. Hey,
I'm
we
sorry
did-
you don't like good games.
We did good throughout the end, bro. Throughout the podcast, and then the end, bro, just open floodgates, bro.
Maybe we should do that more often instead of roasting.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
end.
the end we should roast. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end. Like I said, bro, fuck it. I didn't think Close was gonna get that mad. Oh my god!
Close was like, man, this dude really thought he was
I'm not
I'll
not
just
knocking
type.
Three
I'll
Houses
type my
because you know
top
why?
3. That's all.
I'm not knocking Three Houses. You know why? Because Three Houses is now my favorite fucking Fire Emblem game in the series.
Oh, for
now.
sure.
Over Sacred Stones, dude.
Yeah, I think
love
Three Houses is
Sacred
the best
Stones.
Fire Emblem game.
I love Sacred Stones. and
Paul
Sacred
said
Gears
Stones
was
Final
also
Fantasy-
fantastic. I will give you respect.
Oh,
on that.
Trigger and
Xenogears
Xenogears.
was
Oh,
very.
Yeah,
fucking
Xenogears is great. Yeah.
Not enough
Hey.
people played Xenogears, which
Yo.
really hurts.
This,
I
the
hate
plot.
Xenogears is
Yeah, the
fucking-
plot's
I hate-
fucking
hey,
complicated.
I hate to do this, guys, but let me do my outro, bro. I gotta go cook.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro, I fucks with y'all niggas, bro. Y'all know y'all my boys. I'm Triforce J, bro. Triforce J on Twitter, Twitch.
Love you, Jay.
Last
Hey.
last stream, bro, we went from like 105 to almost 100.
Hey,
Yeah.
my nigga, bro. Let's go.
Bro,
Let's
listen,
go,
listen,
Jay.
listen. So follow me on Twitch, man. Get us to 120 if we not there already. I haven't checked. Follow me on Twitter as well, because that's where I update the stream. That's when I do random streams. I'm streaming when I'm streaming what. Blase. But that's it. Hey, I'll see y'all niggas next week, bro.
Hey,
Hey.
mad love, Jay. Love you, bro.
All right.
Hey, love you,
See you
bro.
around, Jay.
Hey Jay, you still got
Hey.
bad taste in games though.
Yeah.
Hey, you have.
Bro, you
Hey,
have, Cookie, you have
hey.
worse taste in games.
Hey, shout out
I
to
have
my
more
nigga
taste.
Willis,
I
bro.
have more taste, Tyler.
You had some bad takes today. That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to my
Jay would
I
actually
mean-
agree.
I mean, you like Final Fantasy VIII.
Oof.
Oh, we bringing up
Yeah.
this Final Fantasy
We
VIII
can't-
conversation
Yeah.
again.
Uh,
We're bringing up
Oh,
this
you
Final
open the
Fantasy
floodgates
conversation
now.
again.
Oh.
Hey, Tyler.
We're really
What's
gonna
your
bring this
address,
up
bro?
again
We're
so I
really-
can blame
bro,
Tyler
that was
for
like
another
2
hour,
hours.
bro. Don't work, bro.
I mean,
I'm about
it's
to
just
play
my
this
opinion
Tyler
that Final
about
Fantasy
Fantasy
VIII is a
again,
terrible
bro.
game for terrible gamers. Just saying.
Oh my
That's
God.
not
Can
your
we literally
That's
have
my
another
opinion.
podcast where I
Tyler,
just
you
make
can't
fun
even
of Tyler
fucking
for his
see.
bad takes,
Shut the
bro?
fuck up, Tyler. This guy only plays fucking Killer Instinct,
This-
dog. Get the
this-
fuck out
this
of here,
dude
dog.
That
the-
is true.
the
You do like
second-
Killer Instinct on
The
Xbox.
second JRPG of all time to him is fucking Earthbound, bro. You have no rights.
I will fucking
That is true.
get you in your
You
stupid,
do have
stupid
bad
dumb
gaming
face, Lewis.
taste,
Oh my
Tyler.
god.
You can't even see my face, bitch. Do something.
All right, hold up. Have you ever fucking played Earthbound?
Bro.
Say
why
no.
would I?
Say no.
The combat
Say no.
was
Let's hear that
fucking
no.
terrible.
Let's hear
Why
that
would
no.
I? I've watched playthroughs.
Oh,
of
then you
that and it looks
didn't.
boring
You don't
as
know
fuck,
shit.
bro. That shit looks boring. I've watched
Nah.
playthroughs of that
Shit
shit.
Bro, I
looks
saw 5
boring.
minutes of it. That's
Hey,
more
bro.
than enough.
Hey, bro.
I saw 5
Undertale is
minutes,
better than
bitch.
Earthbound, bro.
You know what's
Get
funny,
off
bro?
my dick, bro.
You know what I find funny, bro?
Undertale was like 7 hours.
You know
It's
what's
better
funny?
than
It took
Earthbound.
you 7 hours? Are you fucking garbage at games?
You know what's funny? Richard's been
I
quiet
mean,
this whole
in this
time, but
stream,
Earthbound is one of his favorite games of all.
I need to finish this.
Yeah, through my multiple playthroughs, I played about 7 to 10 hours.
I gotta throw Richard under the bus. Earthbound's one of his favorite games too.
Is that why Richard was quiet? he was like, oh
You
shit,
wanna
I
get
hope they
his
don't
ass
find
flamed,
out.
He might want to get his ass flamed, bro.
The only people who
you
fucking
guys.
shit
You
on
guys wanna make
Earthbound are
fun of
people who
Final
haven't
Fantasy
played it.
Bro,
I think
I've literally
Mother 3
watched
is
the
better than
entire
Earthbound,
playthrough of
though.
Earthbound, bro, and I wish I could get my time back, bro.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, that's how I feel about
No,
the
you lost this fight, bro.
houses I
Sorry.
played.
I lost this fight. Earthbound is your number
Yeah, you
2
did.
JRPG.
Yeah, it is.
Chrono Trigger, bro. No, you're
Yeah,
on
right next to
crack.
Damn.
You
China,
are
why-
never
fucking
played it.
crack
You're talking out
cocaine.
your ass.
You're on crack.
Why are you
cocaine if
disrespecting
You
literally-
Chrono
never
Trigger?
You
played
literally
it.
think that
You
Earthbound
never
is
played it.
Fuck up, bitch. If you think that Earthbound is on the same level of Skies of Arcadia as Legend of Dragoon,
Oh my
as
god, dude.
fucking P5, P5R, Three Houses, literally every JRPG I just named, shit's
I know
completely on Earthbound.
I know you're completely talking out your ass because you've never fucking played it.
So watching a playthrough of G isn't just as good as playing it, bro.
Oh, you watched the playthrough?
I said that
You
like
watched the entire-
15 times. Are you deaf too?
Damn.
Damn, bitch, go get a cochlear implant before you try to come argue, you dumbass nigga, bro. Don't
Uh-huh.
come for me, bro. Don't come for me, bro. don't
All
come
right,
for me,
guys.
bro.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna.
I think we're
I'm
good.
gonna-
I do need to head out soon.
Yeah.
Paul's like, I'm
gonna
leaving,
be-
bro.
Everyone was. I think everyone was too good for 2 hours, so.
I know.
And
And
then
then
everyone
came out.
came out, but we're gonna do outros.
Yeah.
Paul, tell them where they can
Yo.
find you at, brother.
Yeah, it's Paul Duran on Twitch, Paul Duran TTV on Twitter, and y'all, it was a pleasure being on. Thanks for having me.
He's a degenerate Bowser and Banjo main, bro.
Hey, that's
Oh, shit.
You had to put him on black.
Y'all
He's a
know me.
degenerate.
Paul.
You know, Paul, I'll be messing with me and Paul
Sealer
fought a
knows.
lot, bro.
Yeah, we fought a lot. We have fought a lot.
Oh,
But yeah.
also, chat. I don't have a problem with Tyner making fun of him, so don't
Yeah.
think that I have beef.
Yeah, we always.
But yeah, this is what we do, yo.
We gotta mention that a lot. We even have to mention that in our own fucking. But Paul,
Yeah,
appreciate you coming through.
I put up a lot of shit, but I'm cool with Clues too.
But Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that!
Yeah, of course.
Somebody said played 7 minutes of Earthbound. Hell no, enough said. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Right.
You all have terrible taste in games. All of you.
You like Killer Instinct.
CJ,
I mean, yeah, you like Killer
CJ,
Instinct.
You like
you know
Killer
what it
Instinct,
comes- you know what it comes to.
And you like Pokken too? Oh my.
Oh yeah, he likes
God,
Pokemon.
CJ, you know what it
Bro,
comes
don't
to.
even
Oh
talk.
my god.
You're like J level of bad taste. Bro.
Damn,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's really
and
bad.
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
I at least don't like Crystal Chronicles, dude. Seriously. That's true. I have some taste.
I'll
Come
give
on.
you that.
That
I'll
is
give you
true.
that.
Jay does like Crystal
Yeah,
Chronicles.
but you like Mortal Kombat 11.
But no,
Yikes.
real talk. Thank you for
That is
it.
true.
Was
Oh my god.
it was a lot of fun being on. Thank you all for having me.
But
It's a
appreciate
pleasure.
you coming through.
Thanks,
like
Paul.
I said,
Appreciate
when
you,
you
Paul.
beat the game, bro, we'd love to have you come. I kind of want to do a spoiler.
Yeah,
But wait,
yeah, yeah.
but wait
I'll see
until
my play.
after you beat the game and you stop
After you
beating
beat
your
the
dick
game.
before you come back, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, been chilling with Tifa, so you know.
Damn.
You wish
I'll
you were
catch-
chilling with Tifa.
Oh shit.
I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
See you
Have
later,
a
bro.
good one,
Alright,
Paul.
Paul.
Have a
Thanks
good
for
one, bro.
coming, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you can stay on to everyone
I
does their
didn't think
outros.
I didn't think he was just gonna leave.
Yeah, I didn't think he was just gonna leave too. Oh, he actually
He
just
wanted to
left.
get out of. He wanted to get out of here.
Oh,
He's
I
like,
never wanna hang-
Yeah,
I
he's
never
like,
wanna
oh
get
shit, they a little too much.
oh,
Oh,
damn! I didn't think it'd be this much disrespect.
He's
But
like,
alright,
oh shit, this is more serious than what I thought it was, bro. What if
You
I
wasn't
have a
supposed to
bad
leave,
tape,
Paul.
bro?
Okay.
Alright,
That's
uh,
like these guys really hate Tyner.
this guy's really.
Oh shit.
Paul's not coming back, bro. I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
He's not coming back, bro.
That
He
last
wasn't
5
ready,
minutes
bro.
really scared him away.
He wasn't
Plus-
ready, bro.
Cool. Tell them where they can find you at, brother.
yeah.
Yo, y'all can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Clueless the Best, yo. Please come through, come drop a follow, come chill, yo. Probably I need to start Onimusha Warlords here soon.
Fine.
Can't wait to start that, yo, because I already finished up Symphony of the Night. I might do a little bit of One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 on stream. I haven't really decided yet. But I mean, Prez, you like freaking Musu games. You just say that because of One Piece. Shut the fuck up, nigga, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna say right now,
But you know damn well that you would play a shittier version of a Musu game if there were gay ass JoJo characters in it.
Oh, you know what?
You know damn well he would play it. And he'd be sitting there like, Muda, 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 Muda. Get the fuck out of here, bro. My fucking dick, bro.
Oh man, I fucking. I love roasting One Piece, bro. Cause Jay, last. Amado, tell me where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me on Twitch and YouTube, Alamio Productions. You can find me on Twitter, George at George Alamio 1. Trying to get through 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Getting pretty interesting. If you want to check out all my playlists on my YouTube, please check out the Danganronpa.
Oh man, you beat me to it. I was gonna.
I have to highlight that every week because I want everybody to watch that, bro. Like,
All 20 parts, bro. You can't miss 1 second, bro. Watch that
No.
shit.
Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough is also great.
Fire.
Yeah. Watch all those. That's it.
William, what's good, bro? Tell them where they can find you at.
He's muted, bro. He's muted, bro.
Damn, did he deafen and mute us, bro?
No.
You're
My
muted.
bad. I apologize.
You're
You
muted.
can find me at WingGamer55 on YouTube, WingGamer on Twitch and Twitter. And George, fuck you.
He forgot the
Can you do that?
Wii
Can you do that
UM
slower,
gamer,
please?
bro.
Oh yeah, your name is
Wii
Wii U
Gamer.
Gamer, bro.
I'm
His
not
name
a
is
Wii
Wii
U
U
gamer, guys. Hurry up. I
Do
need
it
to...
slower and act like you want to be on this podcast.
Can we ban Perez first before we ban my bitch ass?
Bro, by next week, literally all of us are gonna be banned from the
I
podcast.
know.
We're
I
fucking
swear to
George and
God.
freaking what's
George
his
is
name,
going to
Richard.
be George is going to be the only one left. It's going to be George and whatever guests for the week are going to be the only ones that are allowed to come back.
No one
bro.
can hate on George.
No, I'm serious, William.
All right,
Do
come
your
on, Will.
outro like you want to be on this podcast, please. Go.
I really do want to be
Do it
on this
again, bro.
joint. What?
Do it again. You
Then
did
do
that
it
shit
na-
so
then do it
fast,
better.
bro. Yeah.
Do it
Do,
better.
do your outro one more time.
No, I just really need to go use the restroom. That's why I'm in a rush right now.
Oh, okay.
That's why
okay,
I said on the DMs like I need
I'll
to
do it.
take a crap.
Go use the restroom, bro. So you can find William, aka William, at William Gamer, and then William Gamer 55.
Yeah, that's
what is
that's
it?
the only reason why I did it fast today.
Yeah,
Right.
so
But wait,
that
if
is where you
he
can
leaves,
find
he has
him
to end
at.
it.
Go before you shit your pants, Will.
Hey,
Dude, I don't want him to shit himself on stream. Let him go.
I need to end the stream first. I'm hosting this joint.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
hosting.
okay,
We're almost
please.
done. We're almost done.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
almost done.
I apologize about
Rich,
that though.
Rich, tell them where they can find you at.
Rich.
You can find me on Twitter at little_Zura and on Twitch at Lil_Zura.
Can't
What
slow
are you-
down.
what
so
When
that
are you
can
gonna
say that
stream
you're truly
again,
mean.
by the way?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually, and then that SpongeBob card comes up. Eventually.
Is that the next game you're waiting for? Is the
One
battle of the
eternity
Bikini Bottom
later.
Remastered, bro? Is that when you're gonna stream again?
He was
The
supposed
what?
to. He has a unique way of how he told me he was going to stream. He wants to stream
It is.
bad games.
Why?
Just to
Then
be
are you
part-
streaming every
Bro,
Sonic game then?
You asked us like, why would he stream only bad games? Because he's a terrible person. We've established this.
Bad games are fucking hilarious.
But
Yo. Oh shit.
Tyner, go ahead, bro.
Okay. It's me, Tyner, aka Matt NES. You can find me on my dead fucking ass YouTube channel, Matt NES. I'm trying to get content up, guys, but there's just a lot of problems are coming up. But I'm almost to 100 subscribers, and I still will give away
Hey, keep,
that game.
keep,
It's-
keep on the grind, bro. Keep on the
Yeah,
grind.
I'm,
bro.
seven,
to
I'm
100,
seven.
guys.
I'm 7 subscribers away. Search for me on YouTube, MAD space NES.
Oh shit!
Also-
Wait, you and the DC page are both 7 subscribers away from 100.
Yeah, come
Yep.
on.
come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Subscribe.
Yo,
You guys don't
Subscribe.
want fucking free games?
If 4 of y'all all make alts, we'll get.
Alternate accounts, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. While you're at it, go check out my video called "Road to 100 Subscribers." Enter my contest for your chance to win an Xbox One, PS4, or Nintendo Switch game of the winner's choosing. I'm also on Twitch. I'm trying to get to
Next.
affiliate there. I'm 20 subs. I'm 20 followers away from hitting affiliate.
Yeah,
You can get twitch.tv/the8bit Matt NES. That's also my Twitter.
Yep.
Twitter.com/the8bit Matt NES. That's it.
awesome.
Get that man to 100. Get this page
Yeah,
to
get this
100.
man to 100,
Get to 100.
please.
Get him to 100.
Unfortunately,
Before I
too
do my
long.
outro, before I do my outro, this page is all
Yes.
7 away.
Yeah.
100.
Come on.
We're
Yes,
doing a giveaway,
please.
man. We announced this giveaway over a month ago. Y'all don't want fucking free games, dog? Come on, bro.
You get
not-
2
not
chances.
there.
You get, yeah,
Not-
double
not
chances.
after
to win a
Resident
free
Evil
We've
game.
been
three
at
came
93
out.
for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
with 2 games. We had
Two
2
fucking
games.
dog. Like,
That, you know.
come on,
And with
man.
me, that
Knock
makes
it down,
3.
dude. Also, we'll
Also?
be moving
Yes.
to Twitch for
Ooh.
streaming the podcast.
Let's fucking go!
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
We're going to Twitch.
We've all had this talk. We all talked about it. We will be moving to Twitch full time for the podcast being live, and our replays will be on the
YouTube.
channel. We've a lot of us. I don't think I've grown too much on my personal Twitch channel, but a lot of us have been growing.
You
We have a
grew,
bigger-
you grew, bro.
we
You
have
you
a,
hit
we have, a lot of us
let-
have a bigger following on Twitch, which means we could probably get more viewers. You know what I mean? So, and you know, there's raids, there's hosts. So
exactly.
I mean,
You have
we
a
might
so
do it
I
next
want to
week.
call you out on your cap because your viewing has been big, bro. You got to affiliate within like what 3 weeks?
a month. But I mean, but
In
my
about a
viewers,
month,
but no
but
one follows me.
let me put some numbers on you, bro. I think it was only like 20% of people on Twitch that are affiliates, bro. So don't sleep on that, bro.
I know, but I'm
That
just
is
saying,
true.
like, I get like, I'm not gonna lie, I get pretty good views. I usually get like 30 or 40 views in the games I play. No one follows me though. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a little discouraging, but hey.
Thank you, baby.
Again, but yes, we'll be making the move to Twitch. We'll do it next week, and if we get to 100 on the channel,
I'm about to end.
we'll do the giveaway on Twitch. Next
Oh boy, y'all lead this move right. Boy, boy,
So,
boy,
with that-
motherfucker, boy, you
shit.
look at it right there, boy. I
Yeah.
tell you what.
with that being said, my name's Alton. Appreciate you guys coming through. You guys can find me on Twitch.
Hey, love you, bro.
/runaway_shark. I'm almost to
Mhm.
80 followers.
Say it back, bitch.
Help me out.
Hey, can I get some of those followers, bro?
I hate you. I don't know.
Tyler, you didn't show up for our streams, bro. Fuck you, Tyler.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
No, he does.
I'm never donating to your streams again, bro.
It's fine,
I must have dropped like $25 in your last stream. Fuck you.
But
I did ass dropped 1,000 bits just so I could. You never see.
Yeah.
yeah, follow me on Twitch. I don't know when's the next time we'll stream. I got a
Mhm.
body on Nightmare Mode on Resident Evil 3 remake. Bro,
yeah.
I got discouraged.
I would
bro.
love to
So I
see
haven't-
you bodied again, bro.
Me and Prez are still recovering, bro.
We're still recovering from that, bro. We
Our
haven't
beatings,
streamed
bro.
since. I'm still licking my. I haven't played RE3 since, bro. So it's been since I played
I
that.
haven't.
So, but yeah,
Oof.
follow me. Twitch.tv/runaway_.
I expect Prez to be the #1 speedrunner of RE3 within 2 months.
There's
bro.
already guys beating in an hour and 5 minutes, bro.
Hey, bro, I expect that to be you too, bro.
Hey, for real though, drop follows for everybody here, please.
Yes,
Yes, please
Go
do.
follow Jay. Go follow Paul. Shout out to Paul for being our guest.
Mhm.
Follow Fighting Game Extraordinaire Clueless. Follow the retro king and fucking Tyner. Follow the fucking We Have
Also,
Gamer, the
all
Fire
links
Apart
are
Master
also
of
in the
fucking-
description as well. If you
Yeah,
wanna
down
follow
below.
us.
Yeah.
Down below.
Yeah,
Follow,
please
follow
do.
Little Zura, the fucking degenerate himself, the degenerate himself. Fucking follow everyone, guys. But with that
Follow
being said-
everybody.
Oh, we can't even leave because William's in the bathroom.
Oh shit!
Don't
Damn.
worry, I'm still
y'all
here.
wanna-
Tyler, do you,
Oh no.
Tyler, do you have
Y'all
more
wanna-
bad
I'm
gaming
still here. I'm
takes?
still here.
Oh, he's still here. He's still here.
Okay.
So you want me to end it now?
Bang, boss,
Yeah,
please.
appreciate you guys coming through, and we'll see you guys next week.
Please.
Hey,
sub.
y'all have
Peace,
a
take care, love you guys, all the
Hey,
best.
bye everybody. Bye.
My ass